KOVC AM Valley City and 96.3 K242CZ Valley City.
The voice of the Valley.
It's time for KOVC Sports.
And welcome everyone here to Valley City High School. Jerry Edwards with you all day here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC online at newsco.com and on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. We have ourselves a senior day game between the Valley City Highlanders and the Oaks Tornadoes. And I want to thank everybody listening on KDDR as well. The Tornado got a dual stream going right now. If you want to watch the live feed, head on out to our KOVC Live YouTube channel. Valley City Oaks coming in very similar teams. Valley City 2 and 3, Oaks 3 and 2. Valley City kind of in region play, I should say. But Valley City very much looking to put this in a position to possibly steal that last playoff spot as we look at the Region 1 standings here in Class A right now. At the top of those standings, that is going to be Ellendale, Edgeley-Colm, and Northern Cass Lisbon with all a three-way tie with a 4-1 record. Now, if we look at the remaining schedule, big game between Hillsborough Central Valley and Lisbon today. Lisbon still dealing with some injuries, so Lisbon loses that game to Hillsborough Central Valley. HCV, I believe, punches their ticket to the dance. Lisbon can't really be knocked out at this point unless they would lose out, and one of those games is the Sargent County. So as much as a win can be in the bag, it's kind of in the bag for Lisbon. So Lisbon and looks pretty secure. Ellendale, of course, is going to be pretty secure, but it's the team in second that maybe has the most uncertain future right now. As you look at the closing schedule here for Northern Cass, Ellendale, Edgeley-Colm, which again you're playing the top team, not going to be expected to win that game even if it is at home, and the Jaguars do have the benefit of being at home for these last two games. But if Northern Cass were to lose out and Valley City were to win out, that would put Valley City in that last spot, meaning that the team that currently sits in second right now would be on the outside looking in, and the team sitting third to last would be in the dance. So as of right now, the teams that are in the spots right now, it's Ellendale, Northern Cass, Lisbon, and Hillsborough Central Valley and Oaks are tied for that second spot. Oaks is very much in a position needing to win out as well. Problem is for them is that they also have Ellendale, Edgeley-Colm, so that loss to Northern Cass puts a very big damper on their chances. So if you're asking, well, what about Hillsborough Central Valley? They get Lisbon today, and the issue is that they have a game against Mayport to end things out. So very likely that Hillsborough at least splits at the end here, and very likely that Lisbon at least splits. So right now there is kind of very much a competition going on for that one last spot to see who gets in. And right now Northern Cass has the best odds, but 2 losses change everything, and 2 wins for Valley City or 2 wins for Oaks changes things as well. Time for us on our Sanford L pregame show to get to our pregame interview with coach of the Valley City Highlanders, Chad Smith. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, and on KDDR.
Jerry Edwards back here with head coach Chad Smith of the Valley City Highlanders. Coach, yesterday, or not yesterday, but last week was one of those games where you just kind of burned the tape.
We do. We didn't play very well. We went in, I thought I had a good week of practice. We were ready to go, kind of put all my eggs in a basket and thought we were ready to go. And let's give EE credit. They that quarterback and that running back of theirs run really, really hard and really physical, and we tackled high all game long, and we couldn't get them down. And then when things kind of fell apart for us, it really fell apart for all of us. So, we kind of grasped at a little bit of straws, and, we moved the ball fairly well, honestly. You go back and look at the stats, it was actually probably one of the better moving ball games we've had as a statistical category. We just didn't put it in the end zone for points, and give EE credit where credit's due. I mean, they did a good job with the surprise onside, stole momentum, and kept it on their side all game long. It's a good football program.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed about EEK is that it's almost like they can throw 2 different speeds at you. They can play the lumbering game down the field, but then they can bring in their second quarterback, and then he can just hit quarterback counter for 50, 70 yards.
Yeah, they're going to be a tough out to handle for anyone that sees them in the playoffs coming up. I mean, they have a good 1-2 punch there going on, and, I don't know if they're as dynamic as Langdon is, but they're pretty dang close.
And then now we get to the good news is I think we're out of top 5 teams to play the rest of the year. Your back's firmly against the corner at this point. Like now it's a one-track mindset. You have to beat Oaks and you have to beat Northern Cass. Do you feel like it's kind of easier to get your team locked in when all the distractions are gone and it's just a singular focus?
Yeah, I think so. I think we really went and looked at what were we doing drills-wise and what have we been doing to get where we're at right now. We really evaluated and said, hey, our tackling's not very good right now. And I know it's late in the season, but we did some live tackling drills this week. We got to be able to put our pads in the right spots, and that's right at the thigh boards and hip area, not tackling up by the neck, which is what we continue to want to do. And, we went and evaluated what we're doing offensively, and we're going to get some balls out on the perimeter, whether that's through some jet motion stuff or whatever, too. If we can't throw it to the perimeter, then we got to get it there with some speed. So I think you'll see some wrinkles from us tonight that'll be really good. And I'm just really hopeful that we tackle better, obviously, because I don't think we've been out of position defensively that has gotten us killed. It's been missed tackles. We just haven't finished our bringing guys to the ground. And then offensively, we've got to continue to move the chains. We went both 3 and out a couple times on Friday night that last week that hurt us, and then EEK stole the momentum. So if we can continue to get Oaks and keep them on the sideline, I think we have an opportunity to play really well. And like you said, singular focus right now is Oaks, senior night, and let's win a game.
Going into this game against an Oaks team, they've kind of been up and down this year. They got a win over Hillsborough Central Valley, which, of course, your team does not. But, again, you're still in position. You beat them. You have head-to-head tiebreaker over them if, the season goes the way it's supposed to. What's the style that Oaks plays with?
They're mixed kind of like us. They'll get into I formation pro, and they'll run the ball down at you, but they're not afraid to get into shotgun trips and wing the ball around a little bit. As I broke down film, their first and second down tendency is probably 50-50 runner pass, and then they turn a little bit more heavier pass in third and medium and definitely in third and long. And then third and short, they're about 50-50 again too. So they're a mix a little bit. They like to throw the ball at times. Now they've found themselves in third and long quite a bit this year. That playlist was almost, I think, 35 plays. So that's a good sign. We break down 3 games, and so seeing 35 plays that are in third and long, that's always a good sign to see. Quarterback does a good job of getting the ball out of his hands. He doesn't take a lot of sacks. He'll scramble a little bit, but then he likes to throw across his body, makes mistakes a little bit here and there. Defensively, same defense we've seen kind of the last 5 weeks. It's a 4-3 stack, one high safety, man the corners and play cover 3 underneath and load the box and force you to be able to throw it out on the perimeter. I think that's kind of just what the Region 1 style play is, because I don't think we see a ton of great quarterbacks at this high school level. So everyone loads the box because you got to run the ball, and so you got to figure out ways to get it to the perimeter in a very quick and fashionable way, so then that way you can try to get away from a loaded box.
Now, when you I would say your offense kept adding stuff the previous weeks, and then you add a new part. Is there anything else that's being added, or is this just going to kind of be more of a sticking with what works now type of approach?
I think our run game is sticking with what works. I mean, we run inside zone and a little bit of power. I think getting Ryer Muskie healthy, it added some 20 personnel stuff for us to get a fullback inserted into some things, which is nice. But no, I think you're going to see some jet motion stuff and maybe some toss plays so we can get the ball to the perimeter. I think we talked about utilizing getting Derek Shape a couple more touches in the perimeter. Same thing with Corbin. I mean, I think you look at Corbin. Corbin's really good in space. So we've got to get him outside the box with those balls out in the perimeter, and I think that's what we kind of harped on this week and kind of not really took a step back from the defensive side, but I said, hey, if we need to take a little bit more time offensively this week, let's do that. We did a couple double cadence stuff, and maybe a couple trade shift motions, so then that way we can dictate what type of front we get instead of everyone just loading a three technique to our tight end all the time. So I think we're excited about what we got going on now.
Before we talk about the keys to the game, I feel like there's a tendency as fans to only remember the teams that have the big winning records, the big season or whatever. You're coming in trying to build a culture, and really the seniors that you have can kind of be foundation pieces on what to build off of. What has this senior class meant for your staff this year?
I was writing my coach's thought email that I kind of send out every Thursday mornings, and I want to praise this senior class. They've gone through a lot. As far as you go look back in the last 20 years for Highliner football, Coach Rourke was here for 15 years. Coach Ingen's been here for 2, and then now I'm the newest head coach. So that senior class has gone through 3 head coaches in their high school career. That's no fault of their own. They've done a good job of sticking through it and learning different styles and learning different demands of each of the coaching staff. And I think our kids have been more bought in this year than I've seen in a while. Now, I had them as freshmen, and they were all young, bright-eyed, freshman kids 3 years ago when I was their offense coordinator, and I've watched them growing up. I wouldn't have told you I would have seen Trey become everything that he's turned into from when he was a freshman and now, and I'm super proud of what he's got going on. Jack Dieterle the same. He was always a tall kid, but now he's grown into his body a little bit and gotten bigger. I found an old photo of Corbin Powell when he was in middle school. You would have never guessed he'd been a running back in high school, and so it's just fun to go and look back. As a freshman, I wish we'd have got Jackson Thornton to be able to play some football. At times as a freshman, he looked like he couldn't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time, and then he was really good for us. So, I'm just excited about this senior class and what they've done. They've worked their tails off. They don't complain. They try to just get in and learn everything. Now, they'll question you because they've been through different styles of football, so they need to know the why and how, and they're really trying to absorb and learn that. And I think they're hungry and excited that we still have a mathematical chance to get in the playoffs. So that means something for them tonight, and we'll be really excited about that.
I want to focus in on one senior, and it's the one that kind of sat down, waited his turn all of his high school career, and then it kind of gets taken away from him in the last quarter of the first game. What has Jackson Thornton done now that he's no longer on the field to still be a part of this team?
He's been at every single practice, every single meeting. He's not missed one thing at all. Honestly, if you asked him right now, he'd strap up and play tonight because he's moving around really well and he can throw the ball with his hands and with his arm, and it doesn't look like it bothers him. But we know that the doctors say that the bone's not quite healed yet, and he's got a plate in there, so we've got to take care of him. But he's been in every meeting. He was elected our team captain. He's been the captain for every game. He's been at every practice. He's taken a leadership role in asking guys, hey, how much film are they wanting a film report every week, and talking to those guys and holding them accountable. And I think those three senior captains have done a really good job of gelling our team together, and I'm just excited that he could have had every opportunity in the world to just walk away and not do that, and had been waiting for so long, but he did a good job of staying with our program and our team, and I'm just super excited for him and excited to honor him and all the 9 seniors tonight.
Now we know one of the big keys to the game is going to be tackling. I'll let you talk about how important tackling is going to be, but before we get to tackling, why don't you talk to me about the other keys to the game that are going to be important?
The other keys to the game, I think offensively, we've got to move the chains. We've got to keep Oaks offense off the field as long as we can. The times that we played really well against EEK, the first drive, we made them drive 17 plays. That's earning it on both sides, right? We didn't give it up, and they had to earn it, so credit to them. After that, we didn't create a first down. We punt the ball. They're about at midfield, and they score in 7 plays. Then we get the ball back, and we have a bad field position too, and they score really quickly. So we've got to hold the momentum and keep that our defensive side off on the field and let them get rested a little bit. So I think that's key number 1. Let's move the chains offensively. 2, I think it's cohesion of everyone together. Like, let's communicate, let's talk, and let's all be on the same page. Let's not do our individual things. And then, like I said, I think tackling is the most important for us now tonight.
This being the last time you're going to be in front of the Highliner home fans, what's something that you want to tell them in terms of how this season has gone and in terms of what your vision for the future is going to be?
Well, I'm just super excited with how Highliner Nation has embraced the changes, right? It's never easy to go through a change and core philosophies, core ideas, and sometimes that can ruffle some feathers, but I think we've been really excited about that. One thing that I take pride in is we changed our flag sponsorship program from the beginning of the year, where there was about 7 or 8, 7 or 8 flag sponsorships, to now all of a sudden our families have produced 17. And so that's, immense amount of dollars that showed up in the program for us. We were able to feed our kids on road games now. We're able to give them Powerades after games, and we've just done some of the stuff like that. So I can't be more appreciative for what they are. We've had 2, kind of weather games. So the first home game was great atmosphere, and we get the lightning delay, and we got to wait a little bit. So, feels like everywhere you turn, there's a ghost that you got to fight that you didn't know you had, but we've done a good job of battling through those. And so I think as we continue to go forward, our core foundations will be exciting. I'm excited to be able to work with a staff all off season. Let's talk about what we want to do drill-wise. How do we want to be going forward as a program? How do we get kids in the weight room all off season and then build that culture and continue to grow? We're going to be really young next year, obviously, with 9 seniors graduating and 3 juniors on this program right now. Hopefully recruit a couple more and get some size back for us, but it'll be what it is. But right now, again, our focus is tonight on beating Oaks, and then we'll figure out where we're at standing against Northern Cass.
And that was head coach Chad Smith with our pregame interview. We'll be back here with the rest of your Sanford Health pregame show after this break.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Bear Creek Flying Service in Oaks knows the daily challenges farmers face. You can always count on them to protect your crops to ensure your hard work pays off. Bear Creek Flying Service wishes all area farmers a safe and bountiful harvest season. They offer applied fertilizers, cover crop, aerial applications, and they also do chemical sales. To make sure you're protecting your crop investments this season, contact their knowledgeable staff at 742-3145. Bear Creek Flying Service in Oaks.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Find all your farm and ranch supplies at Dominique Sales and Service in Oaks, your locally owned and operated feed store. They carry a wide selection across multiple categories, and they're here to help. If you have questions or don't see what you need, just give them a call. It's also a great time to start planning next year's crop. Ask about early seed order discounts today. Dominique Sales and Service, your one-stop feed and livestock supply store. Proudly serving Oaks and the surrounding areas. 742-2681.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
I'm Anthony Bruin, Capital Credit Union's Business Services Vice President. I'd like to wish all Oaks Tornado Athletics a safe and successful year. At Capital Credit Union, we have a long history of rolling up our sleeves and providing the funding that keeps our communities, egg operations, and local Main Street businesses thriving. Visit capcu.org to learn more and contact us today. Good luck, Tornadoes. Equal housing opportunity insured by NCUA, Anthony Bruin, NMLS number 2741314.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Staying on top of your health is important for every single aspect of your life. Sanford Health Oaks Clinic is here to make sure all your needs are taken care of right in your hometown. With Sanford Oaks, you can experience a close relationship with a provider that is a part of your community and who will be your health partner for life. To learn more about the services offered in your town, visit sanfordhealth.org.
Jerry Edwards back with y'all here on the Voice of the Valley, 1490 AM, 96.3 FM KOVC, and online at newsco.com and on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. Also, want to thank the fine folks that are tuning in on KDDR as well, our sister station, The Tornado, for this simulcast. And, well, we're looking at our LaRue Lockout financial scoreboard. Got about 5:45 to go till the pregame festivities start to come to an end. Of course, I think we'll have the national anthem before all that, but looking at this game for Valley City and for Oaks, again, this game is important in terms of standings, of where things go. Now, Oaks had a very important game against Northern Cass last week, lost that one 25-7, and now Oaks' road, it starts with Valley City, but they know they have to pull an upset in the final weeks. Northern Cass get some of the pressure taken off them playing the top seed in the region because they beat Oaks. Now, kind of, as I said before, I think you got 3 teams scrapping for that final spot. I think it's unlikely that Hillsborough Central Valley loses out, so I think they find a way to get in. Now, if you kind of look at tiebreakers and everything like that, it is kind of interesting to look at because Oaks does have a head-to-head tiebreaker over Hillsborough Central Valley, and you kind of look at the standings right now. They're sitting, dead even with each other, 1 and 2, but Hillsborough Central Valley, if they're able to beat Lisbon today, they have a game against one of the bottom 2 teams in the region coming up. That maybe puts them out of the reach of Oaks. So kind of the big game today, I would say, would be Lisbon and Hillsborough Central Valley, because that's a game where Hillsborough can lock themselves in, and Lisbon, even though they're a little short-handed right now, do have the ability to lock themselves into the playoffs because they have Sargent County on the back end. So Lisbon, a team that knows how to play their style of winning football, and they play extremely well. They always have a tough defense. Pretty much they've had one blow-up game, and that was against Edgeley, Ellendale-Colm, where they get 43 points in region, 6 points in Northern Cass, shut out Valley City, shut out Mayport, 8 points against Oaks. So that Lisbon HCV game is going to be a very important game in determining kind of if Hillsborough can kind of get themselves clear or if Lisbon is going to be the one. And really, if you're Oaks kind of looking around who you want next to you in the standings, it is Hillsborough Central Valley, obviously because of that head-to-head tiebreaker. The last thing you want really is for Hillsborough to beat Lisbon, and now it's Lisbon. That's the team in front of you because you don't have that head-to-head tiebreaker over Lisbon. For Northern Cass, it's kind of a curse and a blessing right now that they've had the schedule they've had so far. Of course, they play the same teams as everybody else does, but you don't get to choose the order. And Northern Cass sitting at second in the region right now with that 4-1 record, and they've again, it's no fault of their own of who they played and when they played them, but it is one of those where you kind of look at those and you're like, okay, we're 4-1, but this can go south very fast if we lose out. And for Valley City, I mean, it's just been a rough year for Valley City, but it's ultimately one of those years where you can pick yourself off the dirt and find a way to crawl into a playoff spot. And for Valley City, this has just been a year to where you start off against the top 2 teams in the state, Langdon and Velva. You get those back-to-back. Then you get Sargent County, 30-8 win against Lisbon. That was a game that was pretty much decided in the third quarter. And you go to the half of a lot of these games for Valley City, and they haven't gotten away from them that much at the half. Velva was a scoreless game at the half. Velva wins 16-0, and both of those touchdowns came off big fourth down plays, or were set up by big fourth down plays. The game against Langdon, that was a handily defeat. Against Lisbon, that was an 8-0 game at the half, and then Lisbon gets some things to go their way in the third quarter and pulls away. Then Hillsborough Central Valley looked like it was going to be a one-score game at the half. It was 14-0, but Valley City fumbles the ball on the goal line. But then again, didn't really run away from them. And then Ellendale Edgeley-Colm, a team that just, again, took it to Valley City early and often and never let them up. So Valley City's had a habit of keeping some of these blowout losses, or shutout losses, I should say, close. But it's been the second half performance that has left a little to be desired. For Oaks, you got to be impressed with where they were. I don't think a lot of people were maybe giving this Oaks team the credit coming into this year about being as good as they could be. I think a lot of people were wondering if they could, hang with the likes of Hillsborough Central Valley, could hang with the likes of, Valley City. But Hillsborough Central Valley, I mean, that was about as good of a win as you can get. 26-21 against an HCV team that's big, that's physical, that's going to come out and play hard every single game. So that's a good win for Oaks, and this, you ultimately want to finish these things off with a playoff appearance. That's why you play the game. You play to get to the postseason. You play to try to win championships. But Oaks is a team that, they've had a really good year, I think, where people thought they were going to be. I don't think a lot of people thought that with 2 weeks to go that they could almost be in control of their own destiny coming into the last 2 weeks of the season. So we got ourselves a good one coming up between two teams neck and neck in the standings, looking to claw their way back into the playoff race. Both teams have come out and have been introduced. We will be back here with the opening kickoff right after the national anthem here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, and on KDDR.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Hoffman Irrigation in Oaks, your local Rinke certified dealer, is here to help you maximize every plant's potential. Whether you have multiple crops in one field, changing soil types, or challenging terrain, Rinke Variable Rate Irrigation allows you to customize your water application for your entire field. With Rinke VRI, you'll be able to conserve water resources and maximize yields by applying water only where you need it. For more information about Rinke VRI, visit Hoffman Irrigation in Oaks, your local Rinke certified dealer.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Colder days are coming. Make sure you're ready with Economy Oil in Oaks. They're your locally owned bulk distributor, providing high-quality gas and diesel with customer service that puts you first. Whether it's on-the-farm delivery or heating fuel for your home, Economy Oil is ready to help you stay warm and prepared. Visit them at 1234 North 14th Street or call 742-2231. Economy Oil in Oaks, your locally owned bulk distributor and your trusted partner, fueling you through all the seasons.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Craving something tasty? Stop by Corner C Store in Oaks. We've got you covered morning, noon, or night. Start your day with hot breakfast croissants, burritos, biscuit sandwiches, even breakfast pizza. For lunch or dinner, grab Pico tacos, buffalo wings, salads, or turn any 6-inch sub into a flavorful herb garlic wrap. And don't miss our famous Piccadilly Pizza, 15 specialty options, or build your own. Fuel up and save with the Arco Rewards app. Corner C Store, your hometown stop for food, fuel, and more. Follow us on Facebook. And the pregame festivities are done with, and we are ready for some football. Valley City going to be kicking off the start today. Valley City going to be in the home Columbia blue uniforms with the navy pants, navy helmet, railroad track going right down the middle. Oaks going to be wearing the all-white uniforms, white pants, white shirt, black helmet with the orange numerals on the side. It'll be Corbin Powell doing the kicking for Valley City. Corbin mostly been a kind of straight super toe right down the middle type of kicker this year. So ball lined up at the 40. Corbin going to be kicking off from the left hash. And we are underway here in Valley City. Low line drive scooped up at the 15 by the Tornadoes. They're going to bounce this to the outside. Have some room to work with, but eventually get caught up in the tracks. And that'll be a decent return, as that'll be down to, I'll call it the 25-yard line. Minute 53 to go on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Return on that one for Oaks was Landon Titus. Oaks, a lot of good athletes coming into the Tornado program. Of course, had a very solid basketball team as well, and hoping that this football team that, again, is putting up some impressive results compared to where a lot of people thought they were going to be able to transition out to the hardwood as well. So Oaks, a bit of an interesting formation here. They got the center right over the ball. They have the line. They have everybody else in the huddle, and they're going to have one wide receiver out left. Now they all get to the huddle in the I formation. Quick snap, bootleg out here to the right, throw across the body, and that is going to be caught close to a first down for Brody Moore. And it looks like here in Valley City, the clock did not start on that one, so they're going to have to wait for that one to sync up a little bit. And it'll be a first down reception on the play for the Tornadoes, so nice opening play there for Bo Thorpe. Bo Thorpe back here in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Go with the handoff, and that's going to be a gaping hole up the middle, and it's a lot of room to run in Valley City territory. Tackled down at the Highliner 35-yard line. Massive hole opened up the middle for the running back on that one. That was Matthias Dahlstrom, and he got loose for a big gain. So the Tornadoes quickly in Valley City territory. 2 plays, 2 first downs. Ball at the Valley City 36. Again, both teams need this game to stay alive for playoff contention. Now Northern Cass could throw a wrench in the whole thing by beating EEK. But EEK, the top team in the region so far. Handoff up the middle, and the hold less prevalent that time. Valley City in on the tackle. That'll be a 1-yard gain. On the carry that time for the Tornadoes, it looks like that's going to be Andrew Rosendahl, excuse me. So that is going to be 2nd down and 9 coming up as we take down to 10:40 to go here in the opening quarter. 3 wide receiver look out to the left. Running back split up to the light of the quarterback. Thorpe looking over towards the sideline. Junior bringing a man closer towards him in the slot. Drop back to pass, has some time, steps up, throws, high pass, and that's going to be incomplete. No Laundry down on the field, so that'll stop the clock at 10:18. All day for Thorpe to throw on that one. Just got to put a better ball on target, well out of the reach of his wide receiver. So 3rd down 9 coming up. You figure that Tornadoes are willing to take something underneath to try to keep this drive going. Might think about running a draw to catch Valley City off guard with this being 4-down territory. 3rd down 9 coming up. 2 wide receivers out to the left. They're going to run that draw, and it's another gaping hole up the middle. It might be a bit short, but it might be only short by about an inch or so. Good run, and Matthias Dahlstrom with another good carry, and they'll be about a half-yard short of that first down marker. Again, that draw play is a good play to run on a 3rd and long if you're planning to go for it. Defense going to be peeling back, anticipating a pass. I formation look on the 4th and short. They're going to go fullback dive up the middle. They'll have enough for a first down, and that'll be Dahlstrom on the carry again. So stop the clock at 9:45 as the chains get reset. As the Tornadoes doing a good job here, staying within themselves. Solid execution on 3rd down, set up that 4th down and short. Now Oaks a little slow getting this play in, perhaps. Now they'll finally turn towards the sideline. I formation look for the Tornadoes. Wide receivers out to the left and to the right. Fullback, tailback behind the quarterback. Thorpe draw back pass under some pressure. Bootlegging out, might be looking to throw, and the ball's out. The ball's out. Sacked on the play, and Jack Dieterle has hopped on it. And Valley City's defense comes up with the turnover. Thorpe trying to escape out to his left. Got hit from behind by Caleb McLaughlin. The ball came out, and Valley City's defense stops the Oaks drive in its tracks. And they'll get the ball just shy of their own 30-yard line. So now Valley City coming out for their opening drive, and that, of course, means it's time for our opening drive sweepstakes. As we look for our contestant today, that's going to be Nancy Hagan. Nancy Hagan. If Valley City takes this ball down the field to score a touchdown, she'll win a $25 gift card to Lever's Food. 2-back look out of the shotgun for Valley City. Now sitting Leighton Hendrickson in motion, the big tight end. Going to run a fullback dive here with Powell trying to stretch it outside. He's at the 35, the 40. He's got the first down and whipped out of bounds to stop the clock. So Valley City, a lot of motion on that play. They haven't run a lot of motion this year. Leighton Hendrickson listed as a tight end, but mostly used as a receiver. Kind of somebody that you want to wave to grow 3 inches and get another 20 pounds on the frame wand on, but has been probably Valley City's best jump ball receiver this year. So first down for Valley City on their first play. Derek Shape, the dangerous receiver, lined up out to the left here. Leighton to the right. Hudson Crewall back in the shotgun, sending Leighton in motion again. And they're going to run the dive here to Powell. Powell, not much room to work with, but gets out of one tackle. Cuts back, has some room. Oh, he lost the ball. And now Valley City might have given it up. Corbin Powell thought he might have jumped on it, and they are going to give it to the Tornadoes, so Valley City gives the ball away. Corbin had a lot of room to work. He just gave it up, and it looks like on the bottom of the pile for Oaks is going to be Trey Miles with the football. Now we have ourselves a penalty, and that might be Corbin Powell picking up an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. He had his head turned towards the ref, and he's given up a couple of those this year. Letting the emotions boil over. Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2.
Yep.
Valley City. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
So Corbin letting the frustration get to him, and not only does he give up the football, he gives up 15 yards in the process. So both teams start this game, I should say, with fumbles. And for Valley City, it's just another gut punch. They get 2 good running plays up the middle, and Corbin just lost the football. And I don't know if he thought he was down on the ground. Either way, you can't talk the way he did, and that's not the first time Corbin has given up an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So first down 10 for the Tornadoes. Ball at the Valley City 39-yard line. 2 wide receivers out here to the left for Thorpe. Run and draw play up the middle. Another gaping hole to the outside. That's a big room to work with for Dahlstrom, and he'll finally get knocked out of bounds. So that'll stop the clock at 8:50, as that just draw play to the outside has been money all day for the Tornadoes. Out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at 8:50. So the ball just shy here of the 20-yard line, going to be at the 23. So the Tornadoes, outside of that fumble, really have been hitting on all cylinders on offense. Now looking to put themselves up early here. Thorpe back in shotgun, going to move the running back here to his right. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 far out to the left. Thorpe signaling for the slot man to come in motion from the right to the left. Going to run it outside here to Dahlstrom. Dahlstrom right up the middle. And the ball's on the deck again, and Valley City's got the ball. So 3 straight drives of offense in this one, and 3 straight fumbles. So Dahlstrom fumbles. As it looks like it was ripped out from behind. Trying to get the number on that one for Valley City. They might have got a hand on that one. That might have been Trey McPartland. So Valley City turns it over. Oaks turns it over as well. And now Valley City inside their own 20, but with the ball. Seeing that 2-back look at a shotgun again for Valley City. 2 wide receivers there to the left and right. Leighton Hendrickson going to wheel behind the quarterback again. And they're going to run it here with McLaughlin. McLaughlin, more the bruising running back. He'll try to move the pile forward. Still moving that pile forward. Oh, Valley City's going to say that the whistle might have blown a bit premature there, as that pile never really stopped moving until McLaughlin went to the ground. Looks like, though, they're going to get a pretty solid gain regardless out of it. They're going to get about a 6-yard tote. So Hudson Crewald, Valley City's, at the time, third-string quarterback, has played very well this season. The more and more he's gotten acclimated to throwing the football, again, a late addition to this team. Now looking to get Valley City moving here on offense. The running game's been good so far. Outside the fumble. Now they're going to McLaughlin again. McLaughlin surges up the middle, has enough for a first down, and will fall forward for the first down. So Valley City has been desperately trying to establish that run game pretty much all season, and now are finally starting to be able to move that pile. Talking to head coach Chad Smith on Thursday, he said they want to incorporate more 2-back looks, more lead blocker type of looks, and, well, they are running a lot of power downhill right now. So Valley City first down and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Crewald hands it back off here to McLaughlin. McLaughlin makes a cut, now finds a hole to run through, has some space at midfield, 50, 45, 30, cuts back, 20, 15, finally brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. What a massive run from Caleb McLaughlin, lumbering, bumbling, stumbling all the way down the field, and finally gets brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. So the clock will now start to tick here inside of 7 minutes. Valley City has been shut out in all five of their losses this year. Ryer Muskie going to be the man out there to the right, wearing a new number today for eligibility. Hand off here to McLaughlin. McLaughlin through the middle, into the end zone. Do they give it to him? Yes, touchdown, Highliners. McLaughlin into the end zone, and Valley City has taken an early 6-0 lead. So McLaughlin with the big run, and they reward the big back with an 11-yard touchdown carry. That was set up by a massive gain. Got a 50-yard tote for McLaughlin to put Valley City on the 11 and then gets them to the end zone on the next carry. So Valley City's not been a kicking first team, let's say, when they've scored. Bryson Heck, their great kicker, now over at Mayville State. Comets having a good year. Very good, very big game with Valley City State University coming up tomorrow. Got a wide receiver motioning out here to the left. Powell's going to hook back around. High snap to Crewall. They run a short toss here to Powell. Powell trying to knife through. Stretches the ball. Did he get there? No, he did not. It's a bit of a slow toss there, and Valley City just could not quite get through the Oaks defense. But Valley City has the lead, 6-0 back here after the break on KOVC and KDDR.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Come home to Oaks Family Pharmacy, where you're more than just a customer, you're family. Our friendly staff is here with expert knowledge and outstanding service to make your prescription, health, and gift needs simple and stress-free. Need the perfect card from birthdays to anniversaries or just because? We've got a great selection at great prices. And don't forget, we're always adding something new to our gift department. Experience the difference in your healthcare today at Oaks Family Pharmacy, located on Main Avenue in Oaks.
So Valley City going to do the kicking here. New kicker coming into this one. Going to be Amari Osborne coming in, and he'll boot that one out of bounds. Whistle was going before the kick got all the way down, so that'll be out of bounds. Oaks should get the ball here to decently start out. That ball never really looked like it was on track, as Amari Ronsberg just could not put that one where he wanted to. 6-0 lead. So Valley City with the offside. So that's going to back them up from the 40 to the 45. If you're Valley City, you're not too torn up about that, as you were going to give Oaks the ball probably close to the 35-yard line where that kick went. So now you feel like that Corbin should be the one coming out, but it looks like they're going to keep Amari Ronsberg out there to do the kicking. This could be a situation where you're trying to give Ronsberg some live reps. Of course, Powell, one of the 9 seniors on this team for Valley City. So Powell did the kicking first. Now Ronsberg, 6'2", 211-pound freshman. Big hopes for him for Valley City in the future plans. This kick by Ronsberg, a low bullet. That's going to be fielded just shy of the 20. Now the ball's on the deck. Oaks will finally pick it up, and they get out of one tackle. Now they're around almost to the outside, tackled it right at the 30. So 3 seconds run out the clock there, and Valley City gets a pretty nice trade-off there after giving up a kickoff out of bounds to start out with. So Valley City 6-0 lead after the long run by Caleb McLaughlin put them in business. So Oaks getting the ball on their own 30-yard line. Thorpe and the Oaks Tornadoes offense has been good so far. They've just fumbled it twice. Now they're going to run a handoff up the middle. Another gaping hole, bouncing it to the outside. Valley City up in some, and might have been the over-reliance on going to the outside there that actually cost Oaks potentially a bigger play. Still a nice gain on first down. But Shape able to knock Dahlstrom off his feet and make it only a 7-yard gain. But Dahlstrom kept running straight ahead Kind of made a cut back to the inside. Might have had a chance to take that even further. Second down and about 7 for the Tornadoes. Take down to 6:10 to go. We're on a dive up the middle and another big hole to run through. And this will be hit from behind, and good job to cover up that time to prevent the ball from coming out. So first down here for the Tornadoes. Rosendahl picks up the first. McLaughlin, the one in on the tackle. So ball right at midfield. Oaks has gotten into Valley City territory every time so far, but every time they get it close, they end up fumbling the ball away, and Valley City has recovered both times. Another I formation look here for the Tornadoes. Valley City showing a 4-man front with one wide receiver out to the left and to the right. Valley City showing pressure, and they run fullback dive up the middle. Valley City this time able to snow it under and make it only about a yard gain. Valley City did a good job showing pressure that time and got a good fire off on the pressure. Sometimes you show pressure and you mistime the snap. That time Valley City able to crash in with both their middle linebackers and plug up the running lane. Second down, 10 for the Tornadoes here. Oaks looking towards the sideline to get the play, getting the signals from the coordinators. Two wide receivers going to be out to the left here, one to the right. Running back going to be peeled off to the right of Thorpe. It's going to be Dahlstrom this time. Thorpe gets the handoff right up the middle to Dahlstrom, and that time nowhere to go, maybe about a yard gain. So a third down and long coming up just in front of midfield. They're going to give them 2 yards, so third down and 6. But certainly on the edge of 4-down territory. Valley City's got to be wary of the draw play. They hit it with Dahlstrom earlier in this game for a 9-yard gain on a 3rd and 10 to give them a 4th and 1. Now got to be careful here to not give Oaks too easy of a 4th down. Make them think a little bit. Shotgun look here for the Tornadoes. Thorpe going to drop back to pass. Throws a high pass, and that is going to be caught right at the stick. It's going to be enough for a first down. Wide receiver able to stretch that ball over. So Oaks able to convert a 3rd and long again. Zaid Hare able to bring that one in, as the officials have not signaled for the clock to start rolling again, and the Valley City scoreboard operator kind of waiting for the signal, as Oaks might have been given maybe a free 5 seconds or so without that clock rolling. I formation look again here for the Tornadoes. Handoff up the middle, and that is a big loss, and that's going to be Ryer Muskie with a big pop. Muskie wearing a new number, 46. He's playing fullback and playing tight end, so he's got to wear an eligible number to play that position. That's why there's the number switch. So 46 now is Ryer Muskie. So a loss of 1 on the play. And Valley City, at least on the last 2 tries up the middle, have been able to blow those plays up. Well, play clock starting to tick down here to 13 seconds. Oaks going to get to the line of scrimmage with about 8 seconds. So Oaks taking a little bit of time here. Single back look with a big trips cluster out to the left. Fake the toss play. Valley City trying to cover the check down. High pass and shape trying to bring them down, but a good second effort is going to make it a 2nd down and short. 3rd down and short, excuse me. Valley City hit them pretty much right in front of the stick, but a great driving effort by the receiver. They're going to give him a 1st down. Yeah, David Bakke just drug the pile of Valley City Highliners about 10 yards to get that 1st down. So 2:57 to go here as the Tornadoes continue to move the ball down the field. Again, if not for 2 fumbles, they could be looking currently being up in this game, but the fumbles have wiped out 2 promising drives. Now down to 2:41 and 8 seconds on the play clock. Oaks has been running some clock here. Now going to run a toss play to the outside. Valley City trying to cover it off, and well, they had the initial ability to make that a loss. Don't get the loss, but still prevent a big gain. Be a modest 3-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Leighton Hendrickson in on the tackle. So now we start ticking down here to the waning stages of this first quarter, and this has probably been the longest first quarter Valley City has played in a while in terms of feel. Usually the first quarter of Valley City games go by very quickly. This one has drug out for a little bit. running a dive play up the middle. Valley City unable to trip him up, and now he's in space. One man to beat. Layton trying to whip him down, and does at the 5-yard line, but a monster gain for Dahlstrom. So Dahlstrom once again just finds a way to get loose, and that time Valley City did not cover it up well, so it'll be a first down and goal for the Tornadoes. Ball just shy of the 5-yard line, going to spot him at the 6. So first down and goal coming up. Both teams have looked very dynamite on offense so far. It's been the fumbles that have held them back. I formation look here for the Tornadoes. Fullback dive up the middle. Dahlstrom gets popped, and he'll go for only a yard. Clock now ticks down to 1:25 in this first quarter. Valley City at times this year has been stingy in the red zone, able to kind of shrink their defense and focus in on the run. If you're Oaks, the best thing might be to fake the run up the middle and try to bootleg to the outside and have a running back slip in for a check down. Down under a minute to go here. 12 seconds on the play clock. Oaks going to turn around, hand it off, counter up the middle, trying to surge forward, and Valley City whips them down short of the marker again. So maybe a yard gain, as that'll make it third down and goal at the 3. Oaks has to run one more play here. Now Oaks has run it twice for about 3 yards, and Oaks is going to take a timeout. So we'll have our first timeout of the game back here after the break on KOVC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
At CHI Oaks Hospital and Clinic, we're proud to care for Oaks and our neighboring communities with trusted expert care. Close to home, our dedicated therapy team, including physical therapist Isabella Wagner and occupational therapist Janae Hughes, is here to help you move better and feel stronger. Need relief from chronic pain? Amy Baki leads our advanced pain management services. From family medicine and well child visits to therapy and pain care, we're here for your whole family. CHI Oaks Hospital. Expertise, compassion, and grace. 742-3291.
So Oaks spending a timeout here with 29 seconds left to go. So Valley City looking to bow up here on third down. Definitely 4-down territory for Oaks. 6-0 lead for Valley City. Oaks running the I formation again. Hand off up the middle, and he's into the end zone for 6 points, and Oaks has tied the game. Rosendahl with the carry, and he'll tie the game up here at 6. Just enough of a sliver to get that 3-yard touchdown run. Ultimately, the big carry on that one was by Matthias Dahlstrom that took the Tornadoes inside, just shy of the 5-yard line, I should say. And now the lineup here for the PAT. Valley City with 3 PAT blocks this season. They've blocked a couple of punts as well. Been one of the stronger aspects of their game this year. So the high snap. Valley City's got a chance to block it. They just don't get to it in time, and Oaks will take the 7-0 lead. So Oaks comes through with the PAT, and we have ourselves another flag. So that could be 15 yards for Valley City. And if this is on Corbin, he might be in trouble again. At some point for Valley City, you got to keep a lid on your temper. It's the first quarter. So they run into the kicker. So Valley City commits the running into the kicker penalty. So even if they did find a way to block it, or it was missed, I should say, would have been a retry for the Tornadoes. Saw the flag come in late, so I didn't know whether or not it was running into the kicker, or whether or not it was going to be another one of those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties again. But ultimately, for Valley City, penalty doesn't have too much of an impact. And if you're wondering why doesn't it have much of an impact, well, this ball gets kicked at the 45, and I've always thought it interesting because all Valley City has essentially done is almost guarantee a touchback when it gets kicked off. So you really don't penalize the offending team that much for running into the kicker. You just guarantee a touchback because the kicking team gets to kick up further. I always thought that, it should be assessed after the return. Even if it's touchdown, that means they should back them up to the 15-yard line. So this will be the first kickoff of the day for Oaks. Valley City will be set to receive the second half kickoff in the third. So Oaks high arcing kick. That's going to bounce right in front of the 5, picked up there by the Highliners. Now Shape gets ragdolled down just shy of the 25. And we got some more commotion going on after the whistle. So the clock will stop here at 23 seconds. So Valley City gets the ball probably 5 yards short of where they would if the running into the kicker penalty had not happened. So 7-6 lead here for the Tornadoes. Valley City got the big run with Caleb McLaughlin, that big 50-yard run to get them down to the 11, and then one play later, McLaughlin gets it in for 6. Run game's been good so far for Valley City again, but like Oaks, they've had a fumble that wiped out a promising drive. Now they go to McLaughlin this time, knifing his way through, keeping the pads level, and we have ourselves a late flag coming in. Might be a hold deep down the field, which means that Valley City will be going in reverse as the flags have been flying today early on. So that came right in the midst of a pile, which means somebody either had a hold of a jersey or somebody had a hold of a face mask. Wait for our white hat to give the call here. And it is going to be start moving back for Valley City, so it is going to be holding. And it is going to be on Ryan Muskie. So they call it on the spot, and so they're going to say maybe it was 3 yards down the field. So instead of a nice first down gain, it's now going to be first down at about 17. So Valley City has committed 3 penalties in this one, and Corbin Powell sitting on the bench by himself right now. So I think there might be a bit of a self-imposed benching right now, perhaps, after committing that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. High snap here, run a toss to the outside. McLaughlin unable to get through, and he'll gain about 2 on the play. That'll finally bring it into our first quarter of play. So at the end of 1, it is Oaks 7, Valley City 6. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
DRN is proud to announce that October is National Cooperative Month. Co-ops are our jam, and so are members like you. As your local broadband cooperative, DRN is proud to be member-made and 100% locally owned. Together, we're preserving what matters most. Thanks for making our work so sweet. Join us for the 75th annual meeting of your broadband cooperative on Thursday, October 16th at the Ellendale Public School, with a meal starting at 4:45 and meeting at 6 p.m. All members are invited to help us celebrate this big milestone.
So Chad Smith coming over to the bench where Corbin Powell is, and Corbin hasn't touched the field since picking up that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And again, this might be a self-imposed benching. Again, that was not the first time this year Corbin has picked up a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And Chad Smith, again, trying to establish a culture here. And sometimes that means that you have to make the hard choice of benching one of your best players. Shape coming in motion here. 2-back lookout shotgun. Krewall drop at the pass. Flags immediately fly. Might be illegal formation on Valley City. It's about a 5-yard gain on the pass, but they're going to see a big, long walk back for the illegal formation, which is going to be another 5 yards for Valley City as they seemingly have one of these drives every game where they just can't get out of their way. So Valley City commits the illegal formation penalty. Instead of now a 3rd down and about 5, it's going to be a 2nd down and about 22. That was a nice pass over the middle. Leighton Hendrickson, first pass Valley City has thrown all day, but again, a lot of motion. Got to make sure that you don't hike the ball at the wrong time, and ultimately, that is exactly what Valley City did. So the clock starts back up here as we tick down to 1:50 to go here in the second quarter. 7-6 lead for the Oaks Tornadoes. Valley City has committed a holding penalty and has now committed an illegal formation penalty and has gone backwards on this drive as they're just in front of their own 10. And they go with the wheel handoff to McLaughlin, and that's a bit of an interesting call there as that'll maybe get a yard. I get what Valley City's trying to do, but at the same time, you're asking Caleb McLaughlin to run from the wide receiver spot to now behind the quarterback to then get the handoff. He's running 20 yards before he even gets the ball, and McLaughlin's a downhill guy, and you need as much steam behind him as possible, but might also be tiring the legs out as well. So 3rd down and 20 coming up for Valley City. Opportunity for Oaks to get some great field position, especially since Corbin is also the Valley City punter, and again, he hasn't moved from the bench since that unsportsmanlike penalty. So 2-back look here for Valley City on the 3rd and 20. Shape coming in motion, and Krewald is going to be dropping back to pass, and he'll sling a high pass, and it goes through the hands of Leighton Hendrickson, and he might have had some room to work. He would have caught it right at the original line of scrimmage and might have had some ability to get close to that first down marker, but the high pass going to stop the clock here at about 10:35, and now Valley City forced to punt it away deep in their own end with a second-string punter. So it will be Amari Ronsberg once again. So Ronsberg, low snap, gets it. And this will be, hopefully, get a nice roll. And it'll get a semi-decent roll. It'll roll down to the Valley City 45. That's just straight up into the air. So that'll stop the clock at about 10:28. And just in front of the 45 of Valley City. So excellent starting field position for Oaks. Valley City giving the ball back to the Tornadoes of their own volition in this field position. Started out the drive with a good run on 1st down for 5 yards, but had the holding penalty, knocked them back 10 yards. Then coming out of the break, they go illegal formation, backs them up another 5 yards, and then a ball going through the hands of Leighton Hendrickson. So Valley City gives the Tornadoes some great field position as it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Tornadoes at the Valley City 44. Oaks going to do this quick break huddle again. Lining up in the I formation. One wide receiver out to the right. Now they'll fake the handoff. Got a wide open running back. Now they'll actually throw it to the slot receiver. And he'll be tackled inbounds. So a big gain on 1st down for the Tornadoes. And it's making the catch on that one. It's going to be Brody Moore. So the Tornadoes, nice looking play there. Bootlegged it out to the right. I thought they were going to check that down to the running back, but Brody Moore came open a little bit deeper. It's what we call a levels concept, where you have a guy that's, the check down, you got the guy in the middle, and then you got your guy running deep. And that time, more that middle option able to be found out for the Tornadoes. So that'll be ball right at the Valley City, call it 32-yard line. Tick down under 10 minutes to go. They run a dive. Now going to be bounced out to the outside. Good gain here, and that'll be about a 4-yard gain. Of course, you're always willing to take that on 1st down. Rosendahl with the carry. The freshman running back has been splitting the carries today with Matthias Dahlstrom, and Dahlstrom and him have been a nice 1-2 punch. Valley City going to make a substitution. Oaks looking towards the sideline for the play. And they're going to get set up here, about 15 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun look, 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Another handoff up the middle here, and this will be maybe about a 3-yard gain or so. And Dahlstrom able to make it a 3rd down and about 4, maybe about 4.5. So the Tornadoes, again, definitely within 3-down territory here. Wouldn't say they're against running it here. And they've been running the ball well all day. Valley City has blown up the run a couple of times, but Dahlstrom has been successful more times than not. Last thing you want to do is give yourself a 4th and long if you don't have to. 2 wide receivers out to the left here in the gun. They're going to run it to Dahlstrom again. Dahlstrom with the carry, bangs his way through, and has enough for that 1st down. We do have a flag down right at the first down marker. Again, it's either holding penalty downfield or someone grabbed a hold of a face mask, and Valley City's just hoping for once that it's not on them. And it is going to be on them. My goodness. Just trying to add up the penalties here. So Valley City's got 35 yards of penalties. And now, instead of maybe just the regular first down, it's going to be now nearly a first down and goal. They're going to spot it right at the 10-yard line. So what Oaks has given up in fumbles, Valley City has more than given up in penalty yards. And they are going to give the first down and goal for the Tornadoes. So I'll stop the clock here, or the clock will now start back up. So first down and goal for Oaks after the face mask for Valley City. Dive up the middle. Oaks will get about half the distance they need down to the 5. Penalties have been, I would say, untimely for Valley City this year. I wouldn't say they're a penalty-plagued team. This one right here seems to be penalty-plagued, and it looks like Corbin Powell has now moved a bag of ice onto his right leg, so I might be a little misguided on that one, saying that it was a benching. So keep you informed of how that goes. But Corbin Powell right now resting with a bag of ice on his right leg. Fullback dive up the middle. Valley City got a good initial contact, and they'll stuff that one for about a 1-yard gain. Now we saw Oaks be able to get that ball in on third down with a 3-yard gain on a third down and goal from the 3. Now they got a third down and goal from the 4 as that clock now ticks down to 7:15. Oaks appears to have more than a capable kicking game from inside this range, so if they don't get this right to the goal line, might think about just making this a touchdown, or a 4-point lead, I should say, to force Valley City to have to get a touchdown. Highlanders don't have a kicking game. Only have to rely on those touchdowns. Thorpe going to drop back to pass under pressure. Throws a high pass, low and incomplete. Now went over ahead of the initial target, I think, and then just kind of beeline to the ground. That's why you kind of got that high-low thing going on. So that'll stop the clock at 6:52. Again, Oaks will take another timeout here to discuss what they're going to do. 4th down and goal coming up after this break.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Ready to support you. That's Zematic Strong Point. Your Zematic by Lindsay dealer is a knowledgeable pivot irrigation professional who will help you customize the right equipment for your operation. Our dealer network offers replacement parts for any brand of pivot, installation, and training. Superior service when you need it, and factory-certified support for new products, electrical systems, design, and controls. Contact General Irrigation in Oaks, 742-3223, or visit Zematic.com.
7-6 in favor of the Oaks Tornadoes. 4th down and goal coming up from the 4-yard line for Oaks. And they're going to run this quick huddle play again. Last time they ran levels concept out of it with the 3 levels going out to the left. I don't think they're close enough to run a quick sneak. They're going to come out I formation. And they are going to fake the handoff, rolling out to the right. And they catch it in the flat. Valley City has them wrapped up, and the defense comes through. Valley City ready for the throwback on that one, and the Highliner defense able to keep this a 1-score game. Again, with Oaks and the way they're able to kick the ball, I would have thought that maybe you take the points there, make it a touchdown lead, or a 4-point lead to force Valley City to have to get the touchdown. Again, Corbin Powell out of this game right now, and with a bag of ice on his right leg. Again, I thought it was initially a benching after a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, but it seems there is a bit more layers to this. So Valley City coming out here, 2-back look on their own goal line in shotgun. 2 wide receivers out to the right. They're going to run the ball up the middle, trying to get a push, and they might get this just past the 5. So about a 3-yard gain on the play for Valley City. McLaughlin was the primary running back at time for Valley City last year. Valley City had a ton of injuries to the running back position. So you kind of got a preview early on of where McLaughlin and Powell were going to be kind of the 1-2 punch. Powell got the carries earlier in the year, set the single-game rushing record for Valley City. I believe it was against Sargent County. But, again, he is out of this game right now with that ankle injury. 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Oaks up by 1. City throwing a lot of motion at the Tornadoes. Krewald throwing a high pass. This one caught by Leighton Hendrickson, and he'll have a first down. So Krewald, again, a little high pass, but, again, you have a very good jump ball receiver in a Leighton Hendrickson. Hendrickson definitely somebody that I'm intrigued by for the future for Valley City. They have, I think, 2 really good skill position players that could be on this team next year with Gerlach and with Leighton Hendrickson. Gerlach, someone that's listed as a quarterback right now. That's why he's not on the field, but it's a lot of special teams work. McLaughlin trying to go up the middle, spins his way forward for about a gain of 2. Looking at the options for Valley City with McLaughlin being pretty much the only running back that has experience right now, Christian Modlin could be coming into the game if McLaughlin needs a break. Modlin, big 6-foot running back. Again, there are pieces here for Valley City that you feel like could work for next season. And talking to Chad Smith on Thursday, said that he's now kind of more excited than ever that his team's going to be very young next season. More motion for Valley City, going from left to right. And we'll have another illegal formation penalty, so this 10-yard pass will mean nothing. Valley City's throwing a ton of motion at the Tornadoes right now. The problem is they haven't run motion all year, and they're getting guys that are lined up in the wrong spot. And Leighton's going up to the official saying, I asked you if I was lined up right.
2 players moving prior to the snap.
Yeah. So what happened on that one, and Leighton's upset, but the problem is that he looks over towards the official and says, am I set? And Leighton kind of shifts a little bit, and that does count as being in motion. And if you have 2 guys in motion, the second guy has to come completely set. Now, the guy that's coming in motion thinks Leighton's just going to be set the entire time. So it is just one of those, like, penalties where when you run motion a lot, you get used to it. But it's one of those where if you're Leighton, you got to make sure you're set right away before the motion comes. Now England out a running back here. It's going to be McLaughlin. Now they're going to run a toss to McLaughlin on the outside. Good-looking blocking. He's got a big hole to run through. He's near midfield. Makes a cut. Makes another cut. Gets slung down from behind at the Oaks 44-yard line. So Caleb McLaughlin with a big carry to give Valley City a first down. So that'll be a first down and 10 for Valley City at the Oaks 45. Hudson Krewald coming to the sideline here, and Valley City and Oaks have very different ways of getting the plays into the huddle, and official has yet to wind the clock here, and we're down to 15 seconds on the play clock. I mean, he's just, unless he got slung out of bounds, which then maybe so, but now they begin it. So the official forgot to tell the box to wind the clock, so Valley City down to 2 seconds on the play clock. Only maybe 5 seconds ran off the game clock, and yeah, Hudson Krewald trying to do too much. Was on his 3rd read, and at some time you just got to know when to give up and throw it away. And again, Krewald, quarterback that has that playmaker instinct. He wants to keep trying to make plays, but being a good quarterback sometimes is knowing that if I'm on my 3rd read and no one's open, it's time to bail out to the right and throw the ball away. And just held on to it too long, and the rush finally got home for the Tornadoes. So 2nd down, 15 after the sack. Ball right at midfield. Now Valley City going to be up at the line of scrimmage here. Both guys in motion come set. Handoff here to McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to spin through. One tackle. Does. And now he's in space. 35, 30. It's a foot race. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Highliners. And there's no flags on the play. And McLaughlin gets into the end zone for 6 points. But there is a Highliner down. There's a highliner down. It is Leighton Hendrickson down at the 20-yard line, and he is not moving. Leighton Hendrickson not moving on the field right now for Valley City. So the elation of that long run now gets taken up by hoping that one of your best receivers is okay. Leighton Hendrickson will be back after the injury timeout on KOVC and KDDR.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Flu season is here, but don't worry. Stop into Terrace Thrifty White Pharmacy and get your flu and COVID vaccinations today. No appointment needed. Protect yourself and your loved ones this season. Just walk in, roll up your sleeve, and you're good to go. We're conveniently located at 610 Main Avenue in Oaks, or call us at 742-3824. Just stop by Terrace Thrifty White Pharmacy, caring for your health close to home. Stay healthy, stay safe, and remember, keep calm and get your flu shot.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
The good news for Valley City is Leighton is able to walk off the field. He was down, laying motionless on the field, face down, so you were thinking the worst, but he's able to walk off. But Valley City's already down their leading rusher in Corbin Powell, and now might be down one of their leading receivers in Leighton Hendrickson. And now more and more bodies are going to have to be fed to the machine here. So it'll be a 12-7 lead for Valley City with the two-point conversion coming up. McLaughlin wheeling around here. And they are going to run that toss, but absolutely nowhere for him to go. He slips through one, slips through two, reaches the ball, but just misses the end zone. And that toss taking a little too long, and Oaks got through the initial wave, and Valley City will have a 12-7 lead. We'll be back here with the kickoff after this break.
Fall's rolling in. Are you ready? At Praska's Hardware Hank in Oaks, we've got everything to prepare your yard, your camper, and your pantry. RV and Marine, antifreeze, $3.99 a gallon. Fall, lawn fertilizer, $17.99. Canning season, we're fully stocked and ready to help. Swing by the toy aisle. It's restocked with John Deere toys just in time for early gift shopping. Praska's Hardware, your one-stop shop with real hometown service. Find us on 5th Street in Oaks.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Amari Ronsberg back to kick. Highliners up 12-7 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Ronsberg's this little short ball. It's going to go down the sideline, and that's going to go out of play. And really for Ronsberg, it's just an unfortunate position for him to be put in. He's the backup kicker, but pretty much hasn't kicked all year. And really for Valley City, you're kind of playing, I would say, the variable game right now is that as much as you don't want to keep giving up the ball at the 35-yard line, with Ronsberg not being your regular kicker, if you just know the variable is there, Oaks is starting at the 35 every drive, you're willing to take it instead of pooching it down the middle and Oaks gets a big return out of it. So sometimes you just play the variable game, and that might be what Valley City's doing with Ronsberg just kicking it out of bounds. So first down and 10 for the Tornadoes, trailing now by 5. Going to run a little handoff here on a draw, and that is going to be good for about 3 yards. Tornadoes, though, now they kind of are in a weird spot. They've been running the ball well, but the problem is that they now got to hurry up. They've only got one timeout left. They spent 2 timeouts in this first half, so you don't want to put yourself out of position here, as Valley City's more than willing to take this 5-point lead into the break. 2:35 to go here. 2nd down and 7 for the Tornadoes. You got Thorpe back in the shotgun here. 3 wide receivers to the left. Going to drop back to pass. Under pressure, trying to step up and run. Throws a late pass, and that'll be incomplete. Hit on the play, applied by Big Jack Dieterle. 6'7", 256. And that'll be incomplete. So 3rd down and 7 coming up. Good news for Valley City fans. Leighton Hendrickson is up on his feet, which is good news for the Highliners. Getting Corbin Powell out of this game with an ankle injury. Which means Caleb McLaughlin's going to get most of the work. Colton Gerlach is available possibly to be an emergency running back as well as Christian Modlin. Right now it's been McLaughlin getting the carries in this one. So 3rd down 7 coming up. Single back look, trips to the right here for the Tornadoes. Fake the toss, Dieterle, hounding Thorpe. Thorpe trying to find a way to get free. Gets tugged on from behind, shoved out of bounds. Did he drag the foot? No, he did not. Dieterle just got the jersey of Thorpe when he went to pass, but it was Andrew Sikora shoving his receiver out of bounds. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 7. And this will be the first maybe stop for the Valley City defense. Again, their only other 2 stops in this one, or 3 stops, I should say, have come off 2 fumbles and a goal line stand. So potentially the first punt of the day for Oaks coming up. 2:15, Valley City. Be interesting to see how aggressive they are here. And Colton Gerlach, number 8, coming in to return this one. He'll be the returner on the right-hand side. Had some big playability here. Now Valley City will take a timeout. So Valley City taking a timeout, maybe talking about guarding against a potential fake. We'll be back here after the break on KOVC.
Looking to upgrade your home for the holidays? Hills Cabinetry is your local destination for stunning design and unbeatable value. From cabinets and countertops to custom showers, window treatments, and more, Hills has your home projects covered. Enjoy free professional design services at the best prices, guaranteed. Make your home shine this holiday season. Visit Hills Cabinetry and Window Decor, just 2 miles south of Oaks, or call 742-5656 today. Design, remodel, celebrate with Hills Cabinetry.
Valley City very quickly out of the timeout. So Valley City now with 2 timeouts left. It'll be Ty Cordy, might also be a running back option just in case McLaughlin needs a break. Back there with Colton Gerlach. Gerlach, somebody that Valley City's trying to incorporate more and more into the special teams game. Very fleet-foot, very shifty. If Valley City ever needed to go to an emergency wishbone system, he would most likely be the quarterback. Punt on the way, and it'll be a high arcing punt. And this will be bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, and Valley City is going to get away from it. It's going to roll at the 25-yard line. Now it'll be finally picked up, and, oh, they're doing that thing. I think that might be Ryer Muskie. Muskie's doing the one thing that always makes you nervous as a coach, which is the ball is still live, but you're standing a foot away from it, and all the defense has to do, nice little shoulder check from behind. You touch the ball, and all of a sudden it's live. So you usually have what we call a fire call, which is ball on the deck, everyone get away from it, but there's always that one guy, always the one guy. It's like the fly or the moth attracted to the open flame where it's just like, get away. Ball just in front of the Highliner 25, 2 minutes to go. Oaks with only 1 timeout. I would be surprised if you see Valley City get aggressive here on 1st down. I think they're going to try to get this clock rolling and then maybe try to get aggressive. And they got McLaughlin coming in on the wheel. They're going to run this up the middle. McLaughlin going to get down to the 32-yard line. And I think Oaks, seeing that, is not going to take their timeout. And Valley City, a team that has not taken a lot of leads into the half this year, more than willing to take this 5-point lead, especially with them getting the ball to start out the second half. Just kind of one of those, the last thing you want to do is get over-aggressive, leave too much time, and then Oaks finds a way to get points at the end. This is kind of where you just got to manage the game. Valley City does have 2 timeouts, so if you're picking a spot maybe to be aggressive, I don't know if it's this one because you still want to run clock here. 3rd down is where you might see Valley City get aggressive. They are going to drop back to pass here, and it's going to be another illegal formation penalty. We got a flag coming out as well. So This could be offsetting penalties as that'll be out of bounds. Good job by Crewell just to throw it away. Might have 2 men moving for Valley City or too many men in the backfield, and they got a flag right down on the far side near the line of scrimmage, so there could be illegal contact, holding, whatnot on the defense.
Illegal formation,
So
offense. 5 players in the backfield at the snap. 5-yard penalty.
So it is going to be a 5-yard penalty on Valley City, and yep, this is where you just run into the line of scrimmage twice in a row and just get this over with. The penalties for Valley City at it's now up to 40 yards worth of penalties. Against Mayport, I think they had close to 100 yards in penalties because of all the unsportsmanlike and roughing penalties that they have. This one, they're trying to incorporate some motion, some wheels into this stuff. Problem is that you just got too many people lined up in the backfield right now or not properly on the line of scrimmage. They're going to drop back here with Hudson. Hudson rolling out to his right, throws a check down pass here to McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to drag the pile forward. He'll get tackled down to the 35. So not a bad play there. And, well, Valley City's calling a timeout. I get what they're trying to do. We'll keep it here for right now. Valley City facing a 3rd down and 2. They still think they can get this. My problem is I would have let 20 seconds run off the clock here. I would have let 20 seconds run off the clock and pretty much try to run like a draw play or a bootleg out to the right. If it's there for the big yards, you're going to get it. If it's not, you're keeping the clock moving. Oaks has to take their time out, and they're trying to go down the field here. I think this is a very aggressive play by Valley City, and now you have to make your decision here because if you give Oaks a full minute to work here, and again, Valley City does not have their regular punter available right now, Corbin Powell. So there is no guarantee that this field position is going to be flipped for Oaks. That's why I'm a little shocked at the aggressiveness of this play for Valley City. So 3rd down and 2 coming up. Minute 01 left to go in the quarter. 12-7 lead for Valley City. Both teams now with 1 timeout remaining. See how this plays out. Valley City might be aggressive or they might be willing to just run up the middle, and if they don't get it, they're going to force Oaks to try to go down the field. And they are going to run the handoff to McLaughlin, and McLaughlin's got nowhere to go. And if you're Oaks, you're immediately calling the timeout. And yeah, that's just a bad decision right there for Valley City. You ran a second off the clock, and this clock should be sitting right now close to 20 seconds rather than sitting at a minute. Oaks will have no timeouts, but again, if you're Valley City, you don't have your punter in this one. Amari Ronsberg, he's going to try his best out there, but for a kid that hasn't kicked all year, there is the distinct possibility he spoons this off his foot to the right side, and they get the ball at midfield with a minute. I get what Valley City is doing. I thought they would be a tad more aggressive because the idea is that if you don't get this, you are not running time off the clock anyway, right? So you don't really care if you give up the ball with 58 seconds or whether you give it up with 57 seconds and whether or not Oaks has 1 timeout or 0. If you get a first down, essentially the quarter for Oaks is over on offense, but now you have to punt it away, and this isn't a 4th and short. I mean, this is 4th and a full yard here, and they are going to send Amari back to punt. So, I mean, if you're Valley City, you're just hopefully the big man's able to get this one down the field, and they go quick punt here. Ronsberg spoons this one off to the right, and it'll bounce out at the 45. And again, you have to at some point know what you have on special teams and know what you don't have on special teams. I feel like Valley City, they got a lot of trust in their players, but at some point you have to know you got a kid that hasn't kicked all year in there, and you just give the ball to Oaks at the 45. I mean, you traded 40 seconds of clock for 10 yards of field position. I don't feel like that's a decision Chad Smith, I think, is going to want back in this one, especially if Oaks is able to put points on the board here. I feel like that Valley City got a little too greedy on that one. So now, if you're Oaks, you've been given a lifeline you did not think you were going to get. So trips out to the right here for the Tornadoes. About 48 seconds for them to work with. High snap here to Thorpe. Thorpe looking deep, and that'll be a juggling catch. Valley City saying incomplete. Oaks, they're going to give it to him. Now at the 35-yard line, and again, just this poor clock management from Valley City is going to give the Tornadoes plenty of time to work with here. Clock now ticks down to 35 seconds. Thorpe drop back pass, under pressure, steps up and sacked, and that's when the defense comes and bails you out. And that's Boston Larson with the sack. Now if you're Valley City, it's everyone go deep. Everyone go deep. You play what we call box coverage, which is you do not care if you tackle them short of the gain and keep them in bounds. 15 seconds, shotgun trips look here. Oaks hikes the ball at 12 seconds. Thorpe taking off and running again, out of one tackle, throws it short, incomplete. Your Thorpe, that's not a bad pass on his part. You don't really care that it's going to be 3rd and long because you only have time for one play anyway. Valley City's going to take a timeout here to organize the troops, but Boston Larson with a game-changing, or with a quarter perhaps changing sack on that one. Sack in that situation, the worst possible thing for Oaks. You go backwards and you can't stop the clock, and everyone's already downfield. So I think Valley City might be able to escape this here. They're not out of it yet. If you're Oaks, you kind of look at your kicker a little bit, and you look at your kicker and you look at your quarterback, and you kind of say, how far can you kick from and how far can you throw this into the end zone? If you're Oaks, you have one time or no timeouts to work with, but you do have a down to work with. So Oaks, if their quarterback says they can throw the ball in there from the 35-yard line, you immediately run 5-yard out route to the outside, and you just run the out route and give your quarterback a chance to heave it into the end zone. If your kicker says he can get it from the 25, you run a little bit of a deeper, probably of a deeper out route, maybe a comebacker, and just try to get him out of bounds. So Oaks still has time to get themselves in position for a heave, this only being 3rd down. 3rd and 15 at the 40-yard line. Thorpe dropping back to pass, 4-man rush for Valley City, dancing around. This is going to be the last play, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Throws it, and it's tipped through the hands. Leighton Hendrickson couldn't bring it down, but it will bring it in to the first half of play. If Leighton caught that one clean, he had momentum rolling down the field, and he might have been able to take that back. But Boston Larson able to bail out the offense with a big sack, and Valley City's able to take that 12-7 lead into the half. So we'll be back here in a little bit with our halftime show brought to you by Rambo here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, and on KDDR.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Looking for parts, gear, or a variety of items? Emery Visto's Implement in Oaks has you covered. Family owned and operated since 1935, they carry CarQuest automotive parts, a huge selection of egg parts, you name it, they've got it. And don't forget to check out their Ariat, Cinch, and Cruel Girl clothing lines. Tough, stylish, and ready to work. Just south of Oaks on Highway 1, or give them a call at 742-2167. Emery Visto's Implement and CarQuest. Everything you need under one roof.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Bank North is celebrating 120 years of values-based banking. For more than a century, Bank North has been honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. To learn more about Bank North, visit banknorth.bank. Member FDIC and proud supporter of our communities.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
For over 40 years, Custom Machine has delivered on quality and service. Whether it's one part or 1,000, they guarantee superior results from prototype to production. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, Custom Machine is a full-service weld and fabrication shop offering CNC machining, water jet precision cutting, fabrication, and production welding capabilities to meet all of your metalworking needs. Find out more at www.custommachine.net. Custom Machine of Oaks, 742-3188.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Jerry Edwards back with you all here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. It is a 12-7 lead for Valley City at the half. Both drives have been set up by Kayla McLaughlin, who has been rolling on the ground as of late. Valley City is dealing with some injury issues right now. Corbin Powell, Valley City's kicker, punter, and leading rusher on the year, out of this game with an ankle injury, so I do apologize for assuming that it was a benching because of a personal foul penalty or a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Did not see the bag of ice on his leg until a little bit further down the road. So Valley City going to be in position where they need to be right now. They don't really care how they win this game. They just need to win it. Oaks right now is feeling like they've kind of shot themselves in the foot here. They had two good drives to start out this game, but both of them end in fumbles, and Valley City takes the second fumble and then immediately gets down the field, punches it in for 6. Oaks retaliates, get a touchdown themselves. Then Valley City able to get a touchdown to make it a 12-7 game after getting a goal line stop against Oaks. So Oaks, was moments away from taking a 2-score lead. They try to go with that quick snap out of the huddle, and they've run different looks out of it. It's not the same play every time. They've run a dive out of it. They've run levels out of it. That time they try to run a throwback concept with the running back in the flap, but Valley City did a good job reading it. So they get the stop there. They immediately go pretty much 95 yards down the field for the score. And now that kind of last sequence there, Oaks punts, Valley City, I think just if I ask Chad Smith, next week about it, he's probably going to say, yeah, probably should just ran out the clock there. I think Valley City at time might have been trying to be a bit too aggressive. Luckily, they get a big sack from Boston Larson that's able to pretty much force Oaks into do-or-die territory. So Valley City's able to survive a little bit of a miscalculation to end that second quarter and finish with this small lead. For Oaks, it's just simple for them. They got to get a stop. Valley City, they want to run this ball. They want to run it with Kayla McLaughlin, and they want to get that 2-possession lead and try to pretty much just run out this clock. You're banged up right now, and you got to be able to find a way to just win games like this. For the current scoreboard, the game that we're keeping an eye on here, EEK and Northern Cass, that's going to be a 14-6 lead for Northern Cass. Hudson Reichel, 170 yards passing for Northern Cass at the break. The difference right now, a Riggin Sand 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Riggin Sand had a couple of rushing touchdowns for Valley City. I think they had 130 yards rushing in that game because he had a 50-yard quarterback counter for a touchdown, then had a 70-yard run for a touchdown. Carrington right now, a 14-0 lead on Rugby. Central Cass, small lead over Fargo South at the break. Seeing if we're getting anything else popping up right now, and nope, nothing to see so far. So for Valley City, they are holding. They are still in position here to make the playoffs, but they desperately need EEK to start pulling away from Northern Cats, because Northern Cats wins this one. There's nothing Valley City can do to catch the Jaguars. So Jaguars, again, win an in scenario. EEK already into the playoffs, and that is certainly a game to keep an eye on. See real quick if we can find anything on that Hillsborough Central Valley Lisbon game right now. As we start checking here the socials real quick. Let's see. Not seeing anything so far. So for Valley City and Oaks, I mean, this is a game that I think, obviously both teams need to win. And I feel like both teams have kind of played very similar, right? Very similar in terms of how this game has gone. But the mistakes Oaks have made have been far more impactful than the ones Valley City has made. You're talking about not being able to score on the goal line. You're talking about 2 drives stalling deep in. You're talking about 2 drives ending in fumbles. And just overall, you just kind of let it slip through your fingers right now if you're Oaks. And Oaks, I mean, you're only down 5. You still are feeling like you're very much in this game. So, again, we're not over yet by a long shot. Checking out the score at the half, it's HCV with a 10-0 lead over the Lisbon Broncos. So with a win, HCV would clinch a spot in the playoffs. And, again, they have a game against one of the bottom 2 teams, Mayport or Sargent County Central, at the end of the season. So if Hillsborough Central Valley wins, it's a better job. It's a better, not a great thing for Oaks, because that would put Lisbon ahead of them. And Lisbon, again, dealing with some quarterback issues, but, again, they get a game against the bottom 2 team to end the year as well, so you feel confident in their ability to win that game. So it's just right now for Oaks, you are very much in do-or-die territory, and you got to find a way to pick up the pace here and start finding a way to put this ball in the end zone. So for Valley City, I would say they've done just enough here to have this lead. For Oaks, they've done just enough to be behind in this one. Before we head off here on our Rambo pregame or halftime show, we'll take a look here at some of the scores around the professional and college circuit. Right now, the Mariners 1-0 lead over the Detroit Tigers, Game 5 of the ALDS. That is a winner going to take on the Toronto Blue Jays in the ALCS. Taking a look right now, we got any notable college football games going on right now. South Florida and North Texas right now tied up at the half, 21-21. So that is a kind of big group of 5 game going on right now. North Texas 5-0, South Florida 4-1. North Texas looking to crack into, I think, the top 25 for the first time in their program history. And that was a school that was very much on the skids, and they have built that program into a very nice contender. Seeing if we got any other college games to report right now. Rutgers 7-0 lead over Washington, and Fresno and Colorado State tied up at 0-0. So those are the scores, and most importantly, score this one 12-7 in favor of Valley City. Caleb McLaughlin's been the workhorse today for Valley City, with Corbin Powell going down with the injury. Fortunately for Valley City, Leighton Hendrickson back into the game. Unfortunately for them, just could not reel in that last pass from Thorpe. And with the way he can move, he might have had a chance to house that back for 6, which would have completely flipped this game on its head. But as it stands right now, Oaks still only down by a score. How aggressive will they be with the second half kickoff? We will certainly find out. We'll be back here in a little bit with the start of the third quarter. Valley City set to receive the opening kickoff here on KOVC and KDDR.
The Voice of the Valley, 1490 KOVC AM Valley City and 96.3 K242CZ Valley City.
Looking to do business with a company that has vision? Choose James Valley Grain, a farmer-owned cooperative with a focus on growth, prosperity, and community. When you work with JVG, your profits stay local. With locations in Oaks, Verona, and Berlin, James Valley Grain is proud to be community and farmer-focused. Call 742-5200 today. That's 742-5200. Or look at our website at www.jamesvalleygrain.com. James Valley Grain, proud to be farmer-owned.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Need to fill up your tank and your stomach? Swing into Tornado Stop in Oaks, where convenience meets crave food. Start your morning right with a hot breakfast sandwich, then come back for fresh items from the warmer and fan favorite Champs Chicken. Craving something cool? Grab a frozen cafe tango coffee, creamy fried dairy ice cream, or classic soft serve chocolate, vanilla, or twist. Don't forget our daily specials, Mandarin Monday, Taco Tuesday, and Wing Wednesday. Tornado Stop, fast, fresh, always on the go.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Oaks Truck and Trailer, where your satisfaction is their top and sole focus. The harvest season is here, and they extend their heartfelt wishes for a safe and prosperous harvest. Their commitment to your success is reflected in their services and the quality of work they provide. Let them be your partner in ensuring a successful harvest season. Contact Oaks Truck and Trailer and experience the difference that comes from working with a team that truly values your business. Remember, at Oaks Truck and Trailer, your smooth harvest is their mission.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Happy Harvest. Hi, this is Brittany with First Community Credit Union. We want to wish all farmers a safe harvest. We know how hard farmers work to cultivate and care for your crops, and we want to show our appreciation. No matter what you're growing this season, your hard work and dedication does not go unnoticed. Thank you from all of us at First Community Credit Union. We hope you have a prosperous harvest season. Life is better with community. First Community Credit Union.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
So we're ready to begin our third quarter of play. Valley City 12-7 lead over the Oaks Tornadoes here on the Voice of Valley KOVC and on KDDR and on our YouTube channel KOVC Live and on newsdakota.com. Game can be defined as Oaks has done enough to be behind and Valley City has done just enough to be ahead. Valley City down their kicker and punter in this one with Corbin Powell, who's now in street clothes, so no longer the ice is on his ankle, and he's standing up by himself, no crutches, which is good for next week, but for right now, it is very much going to limit what Valley City can do special teams-wise. So Oaks with their second kickoff today, and this will be right down the middle. Going to bounce at the 15 and field it at the 10. Shape with the return, trying to bounce it outside. Gets away from one, will get to the 30. Now gets to the 40. Tight toes out of bounds right at about the 47-yard line. So Shape just got around the outside and turned what looked like to be a mild kick return into one that gets the Highliners right to midfield. But this wouldn't be a play if there wasn't a flag. So we're gonna have ourselves a block in the back or a holding penalty. So yeah, just ignore the big return. So that'll be another holding penalty on Valley City. That'll make it 55 yards they've had in penalties so far in this one. And that'll be putting them back at the 31, let's see, 28, 28-yard line, and so it's not the worst one in the world. It's slightly better than a fair catch or a touchback, but certainly you wanted that big gain. So first down and 10 for Valley City at their own 28-yard line, wiping out a big return. Handoff up the middle here. McLaughlin shrugging off one, shrugging off two, moving the pile, still driving, still going, down to the for a first down. McLaughlin just drug the pile for about an extra 7 yards. And Valley City has been wanting to impose their strength in the running game, and well, they finally might have found a team to do it against. This is Valley City. This is just where, again, you have to limit the amount of possessions here. Get up 2 scores, find a way to play solid defense, and just make sure that Oaks is never in position to win the game with a field goal, or you have to get a touchdown to come back and win because Mari Ronsberg, again, freshman, you don't really want to put the pressure on him to make a kick. Leighton Hendrickson reels in a high pass and will get another first down. So Valley City back-to-back first downs to start things out. And no flags on that one. They're going to mark him right down at the stick, So, now they're going to give him the first down. So, bit of a late decision there, but Valley City ultimately gets the first down. So, first down and 10 for Valley City at their own 49-yard line, just shy of midfield. So, 2 plays, 2 first downs. Been a very controlled game for Valley City so far. Again, with Powell out of this game, it's been McLaughlin getting the ball. And they're going to go to McLaughlin again. McLaughlin surges forward, gets through 1 tackle, gets through the second wave, and into the second level for another first down. But what do you know? We got another penalty. I mean, this is a bit one-sided. And right now, kind of with your Valley City's coaching staff, you're going like, it can't be all that. It can't be us holding every play and Oaks doesn't hold on anything. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and depending on where they spot it, that'll probably make it about a 7-yard backwards trek. It's for Valley City, 60 yards of penalties in this one. And, again, you're Valley City, and you don't want to argue with the referee, but you're kind of going like, Oaks hasn't had a single penalty called on them yet in this game, and Valley City's got 70 yards worth of penalties. So first down and 17. Crewell drop back to pass, has some time, now trying to buy some time. High pass, and it'll be intercepted, and Oaks has a chance to take this back. Leighton trying to run him down from behind, and he will, but Oaks gets the interception, and the holding penalty dooms Valley City. Leighton could not bring that pass in, so Oaks picks up a big interception, and that kills what was a promising Valley City drive. And again, the one-sided penalties so far in this game have given Oaks a couple of stops here. And Valley City, this is what they want to do. They want to stay out from being behind the sticks, and once they get behind the sticks, Crewell just uncorks one, and he's been missing high a little bit. That time, Leighton not able to bring it in. And again, they put themselves behind the sticks. They're going to be doing this all. They're going to be very hard to hold on to this lead. So Oaks coming out here for the first drive of this third quarter for them after getting the interception. Run a handoff here up the middle, try to take a bit of time to bounce it outside. Valley City's there to stuff it, so gain of maybe half a yard on the play. So second down and 9 with the carry by Dahlstrom. Oaks needs to win this to stay alive. Valley City has to win this to stay alive. They'll give them an extra half yard on the carry, give them about a yard and a half. Second down and a long 8 coming up. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Thorpe drop back to pass, throws a pass, and that'll be incomplete. Good pass defense by McLaughlin. Gets his hand in there to break it up. Stops the clock at 9:50. So Thorpe facing a third down, 7. Oaks was in a very similar position to this on their first drive. They ran a draw play, got it all the way down for a 4th and short. You figure that might be an option again for Oaks. Valley City wants to make this a very short quarter, but again, they can't do that if they're going to be turning the ball over. So third down and 7, or third down and 8, coming up here for the Tornadoes. Trips to the left. 1 wide receiver out far to the right. High snap for Thorpe. Brings it in. Valley City sending pressure. Sending it deep, and that'll be way off the mark. Thorpe just had to get that one out of his hands, and that'll fall incomplete. Now for Oaks, you have a decision to make here. Again, only down 1 score, so you don't have to go for it right now. You can elect to play the field position game, try to pin Valley City deep. And again, with Amari Ronsberg kicking for Powell right now, you know that if you can get a stop on defense, you're likely to get premium field position here. But going for it here allows Valley City to almost erase the mistake they made. This wouldn't be a bad time to try to use the hard count. Play clock down to 8 seconds, down to 6, down to 5. Thorpe moves in the shotgun. High snap, draw back to pass. Valley City rushing forward. Now going to step out. Might try to run for it. He's angling towards the first down marker, and he's going to get there for the first down. Valley City abandoned the middle of the field, and the linebacker trying to go coast to coast. Too far to angle to the left side to get up to the scramble to the, or too far to the right side to catch up to a scramble to the left. Good job by Thorpe realizing that he could take off and run. So big fourth down pickup. And that'll stop the clock at 9:35. So Oaks with a very big fourth down conversion. Now going into the I formation here, trying to retake this lead. Gonna go with a dive up the middle. Good hole to run through, but kind of maybe gave up trying to go forward a little early. Running back kind of turned his head and went to the ground. Kept his shoulders square. Might have been able to get an extra couple yards, but Rosendahl just kind of turtled up there a little bit and went down a little soft. Ryan Muskie in on the tackle. Getting down to 9 minutes to go here. Oaks with their drive, courtesy of a Valley City interception. I formation look again. Fullback dive up the middle. Valley City's there to swarm and there to stuff it, so it'll be another third down and long coming up. Now if you're Oaks, you're definitely in go-for-it territory because you're down 5, so a long field goal, no use here. For Valley City, you're just wanting this game to get over with. You're just wanting this clock to run as much as you can. You don't really care who's running the clock, so as long as you're the only one adding points. Oaks again taking their time here. They're going to get up on the ball with about 15 seconds on the play clock. Taking down to 8.5 to go. Play clock down to 10. Shotgun with 2 wide receivers to the left. Thorpe dropping back to pass. Going to scramble and take off again. Pressured by Dieterle, and now he's going to stop and go backwards and stay in play. So he gets a yard, but again stops running, and that allows Valley City's defense to catch up and stop him for a 1-yard gain. Fourth down and 6 coming up for the Tornadoes. They picked up the last one on a quarterback scramble. Tornadoes really need to keep this alive. You don't want to run off pretty much half the clock by yourself and give Valley City, who again, when they've avoided their own miscues, has been a very dynamic offense so far. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun look here for Oaks. 8 seconds on the play clock, now down to 5. Thorpe dropping back to pass. Stepping up, looking long, into the end zone. It is dropped, knocked away at the last moment, and Valley City's defense with its second turnover on downs. Looking for flags, there are none. Thorpe looking for it all in the end zone. Looking for Zaid Hare. So the Highliner defense comes up with the big stop. So 7:31 for Valley City. Their dream drive would be one that takes them all the way down the field and chews up the rest of this clock. You'd like the big explosive play, but you also like to just kind of put yourself up by 2 scores and give Oaks only a quarter to come back. But taking care of the ball is going to be critical. 2-back look, handed off to McLaughlin again. McLaughlin able to fall forward here for a yard. Good job by Oaks to get through on the initial pressure. Again, with Corbin Powell out of this game, McLaughlin is going to be the ball carrier for Valley City. And the only thing you're wondering is, the more and more this game goes on, how much juice is he going to have left? Remember, he does play both ways. So for Valley City, again, you're trusting your senior running back right now, and you understand that. But eventually you might have to either throw in more passes or you might have to try to find a way to take something off his shoulders to keep him fresh. McLaughlin gets a good hole to go through, and he'll gain 8 on the play. They get a third down and short coming up. McLaughlin, a very physical downhill runner, and that time just got the hole, and he'll be about a yard short. Third down and 1. These are the third downs you must convert if you're Valley City, and I would almost dare to say if you get this to 4th and inches and you don't go backwards, this is almost 4-down territory because, again, Amari Ronsberg, again, nothing against the young man, but he's kicking for pretty much the first time this year. So you got to, again, know what you have and know what you don't. They're going to give it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to find a way through. Gets through for the first down and is dragging the pile, and goes down a bit awkwardly there into the splits. Kind of had one foot trapped behind the other, but ultimately able to pop up. So the clock now runs as we get down to about 6 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Ball at the Valley City 42-yard line. So Hudson Krewald threw an interception his last time out, but that came after a holding penalty. Valley City close to 70 yards of penalties in this one. Oaks has yet to have a penalty called against them. Run here for McLaughlin, able to fight forward here for about a 2.5-yard gain. If you're asking the question for Valley City, who else do you trust to run the ball? Ty Cordy, maybe you bring in your freshman running back in Christian Modlin, or maybe Colton Gerlach, but at some point you got to have someone that you trust to hang on to the ball. And in a game where we've seen 3 fumbles already, ball security is going to be of the premium in this one. So Valley City really slowing down the pace here as they're taking about, I would say, the full 40-second play clock to run everything. They're going to motion somebody out to the right, and that is going to be McLaughlin, and they're going to go on a sweep, and that's going to be a 5-yard loss for Valley City. Again, they've gotten 3 illegal formation penalties trying to run this play, and I get what they're trying to do, but at some point, when it feels like it's 50-50, of you're going backwards or not, you just sometimes have to be a little bit more conservative in the game plan. So with the penalty decline, that's going to make it a 3rd down and 11. It's just, I'm very puzzled right now. Valley City is just, I think, giving away too many yards trying to, you know what they're trying to do, but at some point you got to realize what's working and what's costing you yards, and those motion plays have cost you more yards than I think you've gained. Now Krewald, draw him out of pass, going to boot out to the right, might step up and run, throws, looking for McLaughlin in the flat, and that's going to be incomplete. And again, it's the penalties that kill Valley City, as Oaks brought it down for a loss on the play, on that 2nd down play. So still would have been a long line to gain for Valley City, even if the penalty was accepted. But at some point, if you're Valley City, it's just like you have to realize what's costing you yards and what's getting you yards, and right now that motion on those run plays is costing you yards. Now it's up to Mari Ronsberg to try to flip the field here. He kicked it 10 yards last time on his last punt, and now he'll have 5 more yards to deal with as Valley City keeps making that penalty counter go up and up and up. And it is 5 more yards against Valley City, make that 75 yards in penalties, and it's just it's one of these things. Like, you have to be able to play smart, and Valley City right now, they are just giving away yards. And again, when you have a punter out there that haven't punted all year, you have to try to get him the best field position possible, and right now, you're just putting him up against the 8 ball. You're not playing complimentary football right now. So 4.5 minutes to go here as Ronsberg gets set to punt this away, and it'll be a high punt. It'll at least get into Oaks territory. And it'll take a bounce, and it'll get a halfway decent roll as it'll die in between the 40 and the 30. Or it'll die in between the 40 and the 35, I should say. Again, for Ronsberg, all you're trying to do is just maybe get 20, 30 yards of punt at this point. And again, it's not when you don't come into the game as the backup emergency punter thinking you're going to play. But when you lose your punter and your kicker and your best running back within the first quarter of the game, you have to start finding creative ways. And for Valley City, again, they just got to find ways to milk the clock here. And I think they've, at times, been trying to add too much spice, too much flavor to the offense when bland might just work. Toss play here to the right. Good initial lead block there by Oaks. Valley City's going to whip him out of bounds for about a 4-yard gain. So toss play outside here to Oaks, and that's going to be about a 4-yard gain with Rosendahl. This is where the interesting thing's going to come in for Oaks, because they want to make this about as long of a game as possible, because they know Valley City can't flip the field in the punting game. They know every stop they get, they're going to get premier field position. So they want this game to be as long as possible. Valley City wants it to be as short as possible, so you got an interesting mix of styles here. And they're going to roll out here with Thorpe. Thorpe winding up, throwing deep. And that's a high pass as Leighton Hendrickson couldn't get there to break it up, and that'll be caught. Big gain for Oaks, just shy of the Valley City 40-yard line. Zaid Heyer, the one bringing that down. It'll be a first down, ball down at the Valley City 42-yard line. Again, if you're Valley City, you're just going to look back on this and think just giving away a lot of plays here, a lot of yards and penalties, and that's going to come back to bite you if you keep allowing Oaks to have these cracks at putting the ball down the field. Handoff here, and they're going to try to run it up the middle. Valley City ultimately able to hold them to just a 2-yard gain. And Dahlstrom tried to wallop Valley City, but he's a little woozy getting up after that one. Gets about 3 yards, but again, like he lowered the shoulder and put his helmet right into the chest of the linebacker, and he's kind of got his head down and walking a little gingerly. So the clock ticks down to 3.5 to go here. Still a 12-7 ball game. Both teams have exchanged disappointing drives to start out this third quarter of play. I formation look here for the Tornadoes. Wide receivers split out to the left and to the right. Valley City gambling on the dive up the middle, and they guess right, but don't get to the running back before he's able to fall forward here for about a 4-yard gain. Good little run here, just off the right tackle side. Valley City gambled on the run up the middle. Got a good jump, but ultimately couldn't get through to get to the running back, and it's still just a really nice carry. So if you're Oaks, again, got a third down and manageable here. You can open up for run, pass, whatever you want to do. Wide receiver split out here to the left, tight end off to the left as well. And Thorpe going to bootleg out, might take off and run. McPartland given pursuit, throws a high pass, and it's going to be caught, and he gets free. Valley City whips him down inside the 10-yard line. And Thorpe just directing traffic and slung a high fastball that was brought in. And Heyer has made a couple of big catches in this one, and it's Oaks is now sitting inside the Valley City 10. So the Tornadoes with all the momentum right now as they push inside Valley City 10-yard line. First down and goal from the 9. Handoff up the middle. Good looking blocking into the end zone. The knee might have been down, but they are going to say touchdown. So the Tornadoes have now taken the lead, and Valley City's lackluster start on offense has come back to plague them. So it is going to be a 13-12 lead for the Tornadoes. 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Little surprise here not seeing the Tornadoes go for 2. Again, Valley City might not be a field goal kicking team, but you make them desperate enough. They get it to the goal line. They might just try to do it. So a little surprised they're not going for 2 here. Being up 1 and being up 2, not a big difference. Kick is on the way, and it is going to be good, and Valley City runs into the kicker again, so add more yards onto the penalty train for Valley City. I mean, this is getting ridiculous at some point. Valley City, you're feeling the players might feel like they're being targeted, but from watching up here from the neutral perspective, you're doing it to yourself right now. And they're just making plays that you just can't make, and they know field position is going to be big, but they keep giving it away. So the PAT is good. Oaks up by 2. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Harvest is underway, and it's the perfect time to call Gramlow Ltd. In Fullerton. Frustrated with factory yield monitors? Gramlow offers advanced solutions with one-time calibration per crop and automatic grain condition adjustments for highly accurate results. They also carry head site parts and kits to make harvesting easier. Noticing planter issues while you're in the combine? Now's the time to fix them and get ahead for next year's corn crop. Call 375-6330 or visit GramlowLTD.com.
2:09 to go here in this third quarter, in Valley City, because of their inability to finish off drives, it's the reason why they're staring down at now a 2-point hole. And, I mean, for Valley City, you just kind of look at it right now. It's been of your own devices. It's been the penalties. It's been the backwards plays. It's been everything. And now another 15-yard penalty for roughing the kicker. I mean, you're sitting at 85, 90 yards worth of penalties in this one. You've almost outgained yourself with penalty yards. And it's just bad. It's just bad football all around. And this will be kicked through the end zone. Valley City's just going to let it go. And this is what I mean by you don't really punish the team that does roughing the kicker, because all Valley City's going to do is just wave their arms and let it go out the back, and they're going to get the ball at the 20. Like, does giving them a free touchback seem like, a punishment? Some would say yes, some would say no. But for Valley City, I mean, now, you thought you could sleepwalk through this. But now your defense is giving it up, and now you've got to find a way to get it going. Thorpe connected with a couple of big passes on that last drive, so it's now or never for Valley City. They're trying to get that offense going. So snap here to Krewald, and they're going to go with McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to go forward, but again, he's going to only get 2 yards. The first down carries not been as prolific as the second and third down carries. And again, you have to wonder how much gas McLaughlin has in the tank. Minute 50 to go here in the quarter. Valley City, they've got a lot of illegal formation penalties, trying to run motion. You got 2 guys in motion at the same time because guys aren't set on the line like they're supposed to be. Had too many men in the backfield. That all this, they've tried to incorporate some new stuff, but they just haven't worked it. So man's coming in motion. Valley City set up. Going to run a toss play out here to McLaughlin. McLaughlin has some room. Bounces it to the outside. He'll have a first down and a lot more. Bangs his way towards the 40. So that time everyone still is a statue, and it worked that time. So Valley City going to get the first down and get it just shy of their own 40. Going to say he went out of bounds at the 38. For Valley City, it's just kind of one of these things where you know that this game is going to come down to a stop one way or the other. 2-back formation here in shotgun with both wide receivers out to the left. Haven't seen shape targeted yet. They're going to go to McLaughlin again. McLaughlin able to bounce it. Now has a hole to work with and just runs through the tackles and keeping 2 hands on the ball for safety, and he might have himself another first down. And they are going to give him the first down. So McLaughlin back-to-back carries, 4 first downs. Valley City just shy of midfield. And at this point onwards, Valley City, I would say if it is 4th, if you can keep this just to 3rd and 4th and shorts, if you're past your own 40-yard line, I think you're in 4-down territory the rest of the way. Again, you got to be able to set yourself up for success, and you just can't bank on the punt game flipping things. The carry here to McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to barge his way through, gets past midfield, gain of 2 on the play. So Valley City will have to run one more play here, about a 12-second differential. Or excuse me, 12-second differential between the play and the game clock. 2nd down and 2. Valley City looking to respond with Oaks up by 2 here. 14-12. Might be the last play of this third quarter coming up. And it is going to be Krewald drop back to pass. Krewald throws a check down here, has his man in space with just McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets through one, spins out of a tackle, and will get all the way down to the Oaks 36-yard line. So good job there by Krewald going through the progressions. 1, 2, looks to the check down. Good blocking by the Valley City offensive line to give them the time. And I don't think if you're Valley City, you're hurrying up here and running something. You're just going to take your time here. You might try to get them off balance with a hard count. Clock down to 4, down to 2, down to 1. They're not going to get anything off here. So we will go to the fourth quarter. Oaks holding a 2-point lead back here after the intermission on KOVC and KWR.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
I'm Andrew Delabar, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of all local athletes and competitors. Call 701-742-3552 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
First down and 10 for Valley City as we get set to start this fourth quarter. McLaughlin with the run, taking his time, trying to get going. Slips out of one tackle, but can't get Can't get anything going. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll start it up with a 2nd down and 10. Valley City trailing by 2. And again, with Corbin Powell out of this game, they can't kick field goals, even though they're within a field goal right now. That's why I was a little shocked Oaks didn't at least try to get 3 just in case a desperation play for Valley City. But they're gonna try to hold up on defense here. Krewald drop back to pass, has some time. Good block by McPartland. Now they're going to throw it into the flat. McLaughlin trying to reverse field. And, oh, my gosh. Valley City gives up 15 yards, 20 yards away from the play. I mean, McPartland finishes his block, and now there's a flag down. And it's silly. It's so silly by Valley City at this point. You know the refs are looking for it. They've thrown 100 yards of penalties on you, and now you do that. It's just, you can't do it. And it's 15 yards from the spot, so it's 50, and then you go 15 yards back. It's just the silliest thing in the world with this group right now. I've never seen a team so much self-destruct with penalties. I get you're trying to be passionate. I get you want to win this game. But you're not going to win this game by going backwards every other play because you want to try to be tough. 14-12. Valley City's got a mile to cover here. And, again, with no punt game, they're going to give Oaks primo field position. McLaughlin has some room to work with, and he'll give Valley City a crack here, man, on a 3rd and long instead of a 3rd and a mile. He'll get it to the Oaks 40. It gives you a chance, but it's just that could have gotten you to the 20-yard line. That type of play could have gotten you to the 20-yard line instead of the 40. It's just you've given up 100 yards in penalties, and you can look and say the refs are targeting you because Oaks doesn't have any penalties. At the same time, every single one of these has been clear, cut, and dry. They're not targeting you. You're targeting yourself almost. So a 3rd down and about 15 coming up. Valley City's just looking to have the distance here. Krewald dropping back to pass, trying to step up, throwing a high pass into traffic, and it's caught right at the stick. I think he's going to be a little short, and they are going to say he's short by a couple of yards, but that's a big-time throw there by Hudson Krewald to rifle that into traffic. Derek Shape with the catch. Valley City's going to take a timeout, and I'm a little shocked that you call timeout as quickly as you do. If you're trying to set up a big play, you run the play clock all the way down to 0, then you call your timeout just so you get the max amount of time to talk as possible. But Valley City trying to get something together here, and we'll keep it right here. Oaks cannot allow Valley City to bail themselves out. You're giving them 2 bailout plays in a row. You got them dead to rights on a 2nd and 25, 2nd and 27, whatever it was, and you allow them to get 10 yards, so they pretty much erase the penalty, and then you allow them to get all the way down for a 4th and short. I mean, this is the turning point of this game right here. Oaks bows up. They feel very confident on offense. They can run this down and score. Valley City, if they can muscle up and get this 1st down, you feel like that you might have enough time to be able to put this into the end zone. It's just the head-scratching penalties for Valley City, the unsportsmanlike conducts, the unnecessary roughness, and that last one is just bad. You had the guy blocked 20 yards behind the play. Congratulations, you got your pancake. Don't belly flop on the kid. It's just you are asking for that penalty to happen. So 4th and about 1.5 yards coming up. 10:03 to go. 14-12 in favor of Oaks. Looking for the big stop. They're showing a big front. Valley City going to hike the ball. They go to McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to angle outside. Gets out of 1 tackle. He'll have enough for a 1st down. And in space. He's at the 20. Cuts back to the 10. Runs inside the 5. Still dragging the pile by himself. Forward progress will be lost at the 3. But Valley City gets the big gain they need. And there's no penalty to speak of yet. You're just hoping everyone from Valley City keeps a lid on it. So 9:51 to go as he was tackled inbounds. And you're waiting for the referee to signal to start the clock. And, I mean, this is an extra long time to start. He wasn't out of bounds, and now they're going to wind it. And you're Valley City, you're looking at this being like, so the play clock's moving. It's down to 10 seconds. You had an extra 30 seconds that should have run off the clock, and now it stays on. because of miscommunication by the officials. So Valley City, first down and goal at the 4. They hike the ball at 2. They go McLaughlin on a stretch to the outside, able to shake out a 1 and falls forward. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, this is, you got to punch this in for 6 if you're Valley City. Again, if this is late, like we're talking this situation plays out with maybe 5 seconds left, then you just if you're 5 yards back, you just tell Amari to do his best and try to get it through the uprights. But right now, you got to punch this in for 6. 9 minutes to go here. It'll be a busted play. Hand off to McLaughlin. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Highliners. Valley City takes the lead back off a busted play, and Valley City will move back in front 18-4. And the good news for Valley City is on that score, they don't have to worry about the about a field goal potentially tying it, being already up 4. So for the Highlanders, this is a big conversion coming up. It, again, puts you up 6, but even again, if Oaks scores, they still have to get the conversion to overtake you, and your special teams has been able to get some blocked PATs this year. Also puts you in a better favorable position maybe late in the game if Oaks does score in terms of whether or not a field goal will win or not. And Chad Smith, not liking what he's seeing, will call a timeout. So Valley City has burned 2 timeouts in the early stages of this fourth quarter. 18-14, Valley City 2-point conversion coming up after this break.
Tired of keeping an eye on your propane tank? Take ordering off your to-do list with scheduled propane delivery from AgTegra. We'll monitor your tank levels and automatically schedule a refill delivery when you need it. No stress, just a confident supply of propane. Even better, sign up for Level Pay and enjoy equal average monthly payments to help you budget with ease. Plus, scheduled delivery and Level Pay customers save 20 cents a gallon compared to will call. Confident comfort starts with AgTegra Cooperative. Call AgTegra today at 605-225-6383 to get started.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Valley City has burned 2 of their 3 timeouts, and now they're going to be setting up for this 2-point conversion. 8:14 to go. 2-back look here. Valley City's going to wheel McLaughlin in motion. Everyone's set up. They fake the toss. Now they're running the throwback, and that's just not a good idea. It looks like they're trying to get maybe Trey McPartland on a lineman-eligible play, but that's no good. So Valley City's now 0 for 3 on the 2-point conversions. So Valley City still up by more than a field goal, so Oaks has to go get that touchdown. But, again, Amari Ronsberg hasn't really had a quality kickoff yet. Valley City's hoping that maybe that'll change with this next one. Back in 30 seconds.
In rural North Dakota, life moves with the seasons. Every fall, combines roll through the fields and hometown teams light up the Friday night sky. At Starion Bank, we understand this rhythm because we live it too. We offer customized ag financing and everyday banking with the speed and care only a local community bank can provide. Whether you're already planning next year's crop or celebrating a touchdown, we are proud to be a part of your story. Starion Bank, by your side in every season.
Valley City up 18-14, 8:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, Amari Ronsberg going to be doing the kicking with Corbin Powell out for the game with an injury. Big fella's just been kicking it out of bounds, and that's what you're hoping he just kind of doesn't give up anything cheap. And this will be a squib right up the middle, and this will roll to the 35. Valley City trying to come up and cut him off. They'll get to the 30, so excuse me, that's fielded at the 25, so Amari does a good job of just rolling it up there. The defense, or the kick coverage team doesn't allow them to get back to the 35, so the only thing you worry about on stuff like that is a gasher where somebody gets loose, but if you can cover it, you're fine with giving them the 30-yard line. But you got to prevent anything big down the field, so this is going to come down to who can execute late here. Oaks has been good on offense. They've just gotten in their own way at times. Now they got a 4-point deficit to overcome. Thorpe runs a quick pass out here to the right side. And that'll be caught and will stay in bounds. About a 5-yard gain. Brody Moore with the catch. Where they're at right now, if it gets to 4th and short, I think this is 4-down territory for Oaks. I think you line up and trust your run game to get you it. But as soon as they get past this point, it's definite 4-down territory. This game's going to come down to, I think, a stop or a touchdown within the kind of 10-yard line. I think this is the type of game it's going to be. 2nd down and 6. Run up the middle, and this time Oaks might be flagged here as the flag comes in immediately on the snap, which means it's either offsides or illegal formation or illegal shift. So Oaks, after letting Valley City have the first 100-plus yards of penalties, Oaks might finally have one called on them, and it is going to be 5 yards. So Oaks gets whistled for the illegal formation, and that'll back them up 5 yards. So that'll make it a 3rd down and 9, or 2nd down and 9 coming up. Clock at 8:10. And the official waiting for the signal here to start rolling the clock. And now it starts rolling, so we're down to about 8:05 to go. 2nd down, 9 coming up. I formation look here for the Tornadoes. Handoff up the middle. Valley City's all over it and slams them down to the ground. No gain on the play. Socorro in on the tackle. Rosendahl makes it about a 3rd and 8. So if you're Oaks here, man, like, you got to be able to give yourself a chance to go for this on 4th down. Because the last thing you want to do is allow Valley City to just slug their way down the field. I mean, touchdown here. If Valley City gets the stop, puts it away. So, I mean, you don't really want to hand this off to Valley City, especially with the way they've run the ball, but this is a big play coming up. 7:20 to go. 18-14 lead for Valley City. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, and Valley City jumps. It's going to be encroachment, and yep, that's how you lose football games right there. Is you have a 3rd and 8 and everyone wants to make the play and no one's paying attention to where the ball is, and that gives Oaks now just a big window to do whatever they want. They can run or pass here. They were going to have to pass beforehand, but now you just give them a free 5 yards. So Oaks' initial illegal formation penalty got canceled out. So 10 seconds on the play clock here. 3rd down and 3. Thorpe turns around, hands the ball off up the middle, and it looks like he'll have enough for a 1st down. And that is just another bad penalty for Valley City. I mean, if that same play happens on 4th down or 3rd down, and you didn't commit that penalty, it's 4th down and 4 right now instead of 1st down and 10. You're just giving away far too many silly yards on silly penalties. If Valley City loses this game, they're going to look right at that penalty total and know why they are eliminated from the playoffs. I formation look here. Thorpe throws a quick pass. That's going to be caught enough for a 1st down. And wide receiver, don't know if he got out of bounds, but it is going to be enough for a 1st down. Zade Heyer has been a man on a mission, making some big catches. Tornadoes have the 1st down, and they're going to wind that clock. 6:20 to go here in this 4th quarter. Oaks now in Valley City territory. The Oaks Tornadoes score late. That could officially end the hopes for Valley City. It's a management of clock, but you don't want to take too much time off if you get stopped. Valley City has 1 timeout left. They're running on a toss play outside. Shape coming in, trying to blow it up, and Oaks will get knocked out of bounds, so it's a 2-yard gain. Rosenbaum on the carry. Ryan Muskie and Shape in on the tackle. It's not the worst thing in the world that could happen to Oaks. The worst thing is something like that happens on a 3rd down and you get tackled in play and the clock rolls. Getting out of bounds stops the clock. And again, as the team trailing, until you get that thing really in the red zone, you want to give yourself as much time as possible. So 2nd down and 8 coming up after the toss. Fake the toss this time, looking for something in the flat. Valley City giving pursuit. Now throws the ball in the flat, and that'll be another short completion, gain of 2. Gets tackled out of bounds, so that stops the clock at 5:51. So that'll give the Tornadoes a 3rd down and 6. Socorro in on the tackle. And definitely 4-down territory for Oaks here. They've been using much more of the sideline here, knowing the clock stops every single time they get it there. 5:51 to go. Might see a draw play here from Oaks. Trips out to the right, and they do run the draw play. They're going to try to bounce it outside. Valley City needs a good tackle, and they'll get it. Only a 1-yard gain, so a 3rd down and 5 coming up for, or 4th down 5 coming up for the Tornadoes. Tried to run a little stretch play off to the right-hand side and just got thumped down from behind. So 4th down and 5 coming up. Trips to the left. Valley City a little slow getting set on defense. Oaks does not snap it quickly. They might be looking to draw Valley City off with a hard count. Hard count would put them right at the line to gain. I don't think 5 gets them right there. I think it would make it 4th and inches. 10 seconds on the play clock. Now down to 9. Valley City might be changing the scheme on defense. Thorpe dropping back to pass, has time, throws it over the middle, and it's in there. Tipped away. Tipped away by the Valley City defense. 5:04 left to go in the game. The Highliner defense gets its 3rd turnover on down. Leighton Hendrickson missed an interception early, or at the end of that second quarter, I should say, that might have been able to be taken back for 6. Doesn't get the pick that time, but knocks the ball away. So 5:04 to go. Valley City, ball at their own 40. They are now in control of their own destiny. I would be shocked if we see Valley City put this ball in the air. I'll also be interested to see how many timeouts Oak starts taking and when they take them. Again, no 2-minute warning here in high school. I'll see trying to scoot through here with McLaughlin. McLaughlin able to stumble forward here for a yard. So what you know for Oaks is Valley City is going to snap this essentially at 1 or 2 every single time, which allows your defense to tee off. But it also leaves you susceptible to perhaps a rollout where everyone crashes up the middle and you leave someone out on a bootleg for a pass. And for Valley City, I mean, they're not going to use the outside part of the field unless they're trying to get big gains, because they want to keep this clock moving as we get down to about 4.5 to go. 18-14 the lead for Valley City. 2 wide receivers out to the left here. Another handoff. Oh, it's on the deck. It's on the deck, and McLaughlin. Did he get there? And they are going to say 3rd down. Disaster avoided for Valley City. So that'll put the clock still moving, and it'll be 3rd down and 9. Second time today Valley City's fumbled. Oaks has lost both of their fumbles. Valley City's only lost 1. And that might be a potentially turning point in this game, because Valley City, again, just content to try to run the clock here. But they're giving Oaks a lot of time here. Again, when Oaks calls their timeouts, it's going to be interesting. They, I believe, have all 3 of them left. So Valley City just winding clock here. Again, I'd be surprised if they passed, but not completely shocked. Send a man in motion. They run a toss to the outside. Nowhere to go. They get through the first level, but Oaks does a good job tripping them up. And Oaks is going to spend their first timeout. So 3:26, Valley City trying to get Oaks on a toss on the outside, and you're too far back to think about going for it. Near midfield, if you had a 4th and short, maybe you think about it, but this situation, you got to have Amari Ronsberg punt again, and this is when you need the big fella to have his best punt of the game. 3:26 left to go, back here in 30 seconds after the timeout.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
3:27 to go here. Valley City forces Oaks to take one of their 3 timeouts. A fumble definitely threw a monkey wrench in the plans, but this is when you need Amari Ronsberg. Again, Corbin Powell out of this game with a leg injury. Need the big fella to just get a good punt off. And Oaks might have left early. They don't throw the flag, and this is probably the best knuckleball punt Ronsberg can have, and it's going to roll inside the 20. Down to about the 15, and when the big fella needed to get one off, he got it off, and Oaks very lucky not to get whistled for offsides on that one. They left right at the snap. Good job really by the kick coverage team for Valley City not to allow the Tornadoes to get through. So 3:14 to go here. Oaks, still plenty of time, 3:14 with 2 timeouts. But, I mean, you're in go-for-it territory now no matter where you're at unless you have like a quick 3-and-out here or you don't get this ball past the 30-yard line. So this is going to be very, very interesting. So the Oaks Tornadoes not breaking out of the huddle yet. They'll break it with 15 seconds on the play clock. 4-point lead for Valley City. They must win this game, and Oaks must win this game to keep their playoff hopes alive. I formation. Thorpe, drop at pass, might take off and run. Dieterle applying the pressure, throws across his body, and that'll be caught, and that is not what the Oaks Tornadoes wanted. You're better letting that ball bounce as it keeps the clock running, and it only gives you maybe a half yard. And you don't blame the receiver trying to make a play on that one, but it's low and to his outside. And David Bakke, again, that's essentially just a gain of nothing on the play, and the clock rolls. So shotgun look with trips out here to the left. Thorpe, a little bit of a high snap, draw mat pass. Valley City sending pressure, throwing it long, has a man, and it is off his hands and dropped. Oh, that would have put Oaks at their own 40-yard line. It would have completely flipped things around, but it is incomplete. Now if you're Oaks, you have to get a first down. There is no running this to set up a 4th and short or a 4th and medium. You have to get this because if you get tackled inbounds, you are going to run off clock, and I mean, you don't want to gamble on giving Valley City a super short field here, knowing they're going to go for it. So, I mean, this is big time right here for the Tornadoes. I formation, 3rd down 10 coming up. Fake the toss, rolling out with Thorpe. Has a man in the flat, but he's looking long. He's going to go with the check down, but he overthrows his running back. It's off his hands, and 4th down and 10, and I know you're down by 4, but you can't go for this if you're Oaks. You can't afford to give Valley City the ball inside your own 20. You got to trust your defense to come up with a stop. And Oaks is going to take a timeout, and that's a big decision right there. So we'll keep it right here on KOVC. Oaks taking that timeout, now that signals to me they're going for it, because if you don't take that timeout, you can still stop the clock very quickly, and if you get 3 short run plays here, you're getting the ball with probably about a minute and a half to go. Because you now take that second timeout, you pretty much know that you are minus about a minute and a half on the clock. So if you don't get this, it's not 2:31 to go. It's about a minute and a half to go, and you'll have the ball, no timeouts, even if you get the stop deep in your own end. I mean, this essentially becomes Valley City gets a stop, and it's a first, and they can win the game with a first down. If Oaks doesn't get this, they are pressed up against it right now. So Valley City's defense been maligned at times for not getting the big stop when they need it. This is about as big of a play as they will have. A trip to the state playoffs potentially riding on this decision. Oaks breaking out of the huddle here, and they're slowly going to get set. 20 seconds on the play clock. Might see Valley City spend a timeout if they want to change their look. 2:31 to go, 4th down and 10. Oaks dropping back to pass here with Thorpe. Thorpe going to take off and run. He's hit from behind, and he's sacked. And Valley City's defense for the 4th time today gets the turnover on downs. Thorpe trying to use his legs to take off and run, but got sacked. Jack Dieterle, big Jack Dieterle, got his hands on the marker and did not let him go. And for Valley City, you're doing the math right now. So you can run the ball here, take 3 seconds off the clock. You know Oaks is going to take a timeout. And then you run it twice, and then you take your final timeout. So you take 40 seconds each on it, and you know that's going to be about a minute and a half after all the plays get run. So about a minute to go if you're Valley City is what you wanted to say when you get to 4th down. And now they run to McLaughlin. McLaughlin's got space. Up the middle. Touchdown, Highliners. And that might just be the play to put Valley City closer to a state playoff spot. McLaughlin got through, and Valley City now will take that 2-possession lead. And, of course, because this is Valley City, there are penalties in the end zone. It's unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't think any of us could be surprised right now. We have a great promotion with Lever's Food to, get a, $25 gift card. Valley City takes the opening drive down for 6. At this point, we might just need to do a promotion with a local gas station. For however many penalty yards Valley City has, you get that many cents off of gas. Right now, you'd be looking at $1.30 off of gas right now if we ran that promotion. And maybe make these penalties a little bit more stomachable. The thing about this is that it's a 10-point game, so if you're Oaks, it gives you the ability to, if you quickly get down the field, kick a long field goal, and then line up for the onside kick to give yourself about as much as time. So even though you're up 2 scores and you might think it might be meaningless, Valley City converting this 2 is bigger than you think, because it would force Oaks to have to get 2 touchdowns, which, of course, runs more time off the clock. So Valley City might just run this into the line of scrimmage or might just fall on the ball and add another 5 yards. Yeah, this is when you just line up and take a knee. Only bad things can happen at this point. The worst thing for Valley City is actually to throw a pick here. You throw a pick and this gets taken all the way back to the house. It's now a 8-point game, which means Oaks with a 2-point conversion can tie this. At some point for Valley City, it's like, okay, take a knee. We're just need to get out of this, and I'm kind of surprised they're not lining up to take a knee, to be quite honest. Because you don't run any time off the clock regardless with these 2-point conversions. So 24-14, Valley City. Going to set up here for a 2-point conversion in a mile. Hudson Crewall throws it deep. It's going to be caught and short. So not a bad pass if you need that for it's about a 15, 20-yard pass. So it's not a bad pass. It's just, well, if you stop committing penalties over and over again, you might have yourself a good 2-point conversion play. That one right there just caught, and it'll still be a 10-point lead for Valley City. 2:23 left to go here in the game. Valley City 24, Oaks 14. Back after the break here on the Voice of the Valley KOVC and on KDDR.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Bond, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jangula, 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
So Valley City, despite being down their best running back and their kicker and their punter and committing 150 yards seemingly worth of penalties, they have a 2-possession lead with 2:23 to go, up 24-14. And Ronsburg, another decent kick. This will be fielded at 20, and it's kicked forward. That's a live ball. Oh, did Valley City let it go through their hands? No, they got the ball. They've got the ball. They're at the 29-yard line, and that'll wrap things up. Oh, Ronsburg just kicked it right down the middle and went off the sneaker tops of an Oaks return man. Got kicked all the way to almost the 40-yard line. Valley City looked like they missed the ball on the slide, but it got through, and Valley City ran it forward all the way to the 29-yard line. And, yeah, this is where you just run it up the middle 3 times. Again, that you can't make it anything really more than a 2-possession game at this point. You can make it, 18 if you get the touchdown and the score. Right now, if you're Oaks, you're actually just – your best bet here is actually just to vacate the premises, let Valley City score, and try to play for a 2-point conversion. Because trying to stall them out here is only going to waste clock and timeouts. And they're going to try to stop McLaughlin again. They're trying to rip the ball free, and they're going to whistle it dead. 7-yard gain on the play for McLaughlin. They'll keep the clock rolling, and season on the line here for Oaks. I'm at least surprised they didn't call 1 timeout. Maybe they're trying to wait for, the right time to take it. But, again, if you're Valley City, there's no reason to put this in the air at all, and there's no reason to snap this ball before 1 on the play clock. So 15 seconds on the play clock. And they snap it at 10. I don't know what they're doing. They hand to McLaughlin. McLaughlin going to be stopped just short, and that's actually maybe the best result for Valley City. But and Oaks still not taking timeouts. I'm floored, folks. I really am. So they might wait till 3. I'm not running a play here if I'm Valley City. I'm letting this roll all the way down to 0, call my last timeout, and then we're running the ball to force Oaks to use that last timeout. You got to have your quarterback mindset of snap this at 40 on the game clock. But they're still snapping it way ahead. Now Valley City's going to angle this outside. McLaughlin staying in bounds. He's going to surge forward here, and that'll be enough to end the game. Even if Oaks takes a timeout, Valley City can just take a knee. So 51 seconds to go. Valley City's going to win this game. Again, film, you're going to tell your quarterback to just wait to snap it a little bit longer, just to run clock. But, again, you win this game despite everything that went wrong, despite having nearly 150 yards in penalties, despite probably your best offensive weapon going down with an ankle injury in the first quarter. You still find a way to win. Got to give all the credit in the world to Caleb McLaughlin. This game turned around.
Why choose Professional Eye Care Centers? Three great.
About that, folks. I accidentally leaned on the keyboard there to fire off an ad. 20 seconds. Hudson Krewald lining up, throwing it deep, finds Derek Shape, and Valley City gonna get the touchdown. This will make the handshake line a bit more interesting. So Krewald finds Derek Shape in the corner. That'll make it 30-14. I don't know why you're doing this if you're Valley City. It's not a sportsmanship thing. It's a game management thing. You haven't gotten a 2-point conversion all day. The only thing you've done is now given Oaks the 0.0000001% chance of coming back if they get a kick return, onside kick, Hail Mary. If you don't get this 2-point conversion. That's why I was saying if you're Oaks, you just let Valley City score and you play for a 2-point conversion on an untimed down and still have your timeout left. But Valley City scores, make it 30-14. They're going to throw that same out route, and it's intercepted, and, they whistle it dead. So, apparently, my bad, folks, if you get the interception off it, it just gets immediately whistled dead.
By rule, the try is over when the defense gains recovery.
So I guess there is no, I actually didn't know that, folks. As soon as it's intercepted, the defense gets control. The ball is automatically dead. But again, all you've done for Oaks here is you've given them the 0.001% chance of coming back in this one with that late touchdown. So I get you want to give your seniors something to go out on, and I know it's 14 seconds. You'd like this game to be handled to win and not just handled for show. Again, am I probably worrying too much? Yes, but at the same time, it ain't over till it's all zeros. So what Oaks, if you're asking Amari here, you're actually just telling Amari to kick this thing out of bounds. You kick it out of bounds, you don't even give them a crack at a return, you make them have to run a play. And you essentially try to make them run 2 offensive plays, which runs out the clock. He's going to squib it down the middle, and it's going to be picked up at the 20, and Oaks is going to knee it down right at the 21, which runs 2 seconds off the clock. So 30-14, Valley City leads, and Oaks pretty much has to hit a screamer down the sideline, get a 2-point conversion, and then onside kick, and then hit a Hail Mary. So Oaks has to score with 2 touchdowns within 12 seconds. And if that happens, this will be the most improbable comeback in the history of sports. You're Valley City, you have 2 options here. You play your regular defense, or you just put everyone in the back and just tackle them. Because you tackle them inbounds, the game's over. Because they're not going to be able to run another play. But it looks like Oaks is just going to take a knee here and secure the loss. So Valley City going to win 30-14. Their playoff hopes for now stay alive. Checking the scoreboard here to see whether or not we got any updates on the EEK Northern Cass game. If we do, I will let you know when we get to our post-game show here on the Voice of the Valley KOVC and on KDDR.
Bear Creek Flying Service in Oaks knows the daily challenges farmers face. You can always count on them to protect your crops to ensure your hard work pays off. Bear Creek Flying Service wishes all area farmers a safe and bountiful harvest season. They offer applied fertilizers, cover crop, aerial applications, and they also do chemical sales. To make sure you're protecting your crop investments this season, contact their knowledgeable staff at 742-3145. Bear Creek Flying Service in Oaks.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Find all your farm and ranch supplies at Dominique Sales and Service in Oaks, your locally owned and operated feed store. They carry a wide selection across multiple categories, and they're here to help. If you have questions or don't see what you need, just give them a call. It's also a great time to start planning next year's crop. Ask about early seed order discounts today. Dominique Sales and Service, your one-stop feed and livestock supply store. Proudly serving Oaks and the surrounding areas. 742-2681.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
I'm Anthony Bruin, Capital Credit Union's Business Services Vice President. I'd like to wish all Oaks Tornado Athletics a safe and successful year. At Capital Credit Union, we have a long history of rolling up our sleeves and providing the funding that keeps our communities, ag operations, and local Main Street businesses thriving. Visit capcu.org to learn more and contact us today. Good luck, Tornadoes. Equal housing opportunity insured by NCUA, Anthony Bruin, NMLS number 2741314.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Staying on top of your health is important for every single aspect of your life. Sanford Health Oaks Clinic is here to make sure all your needs are taken care of right in your hometown. With Sanford Oaks, you can experience a close relationship with a provider that is a part of your community and who will be your health partner for life. To learn more about the services offered in your town, visit sanfordhealth.org.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Hoffman Irrigation in Oaks, your local Rinke certified dealer, is here to help you maximize every plant's potential. Whether you have multiple crops in one field, changing soil types, or challenging terrain, Rinke variable rate irrigation allows you to customize your water application for your entire field. With Rinke VRI, you'll be able to conserve water resources and maximize yields by applying water only where you need it. For more information about Rinke VRI, visit Hoffman Irrigation in Oaks, your local Rinke certified dealer.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, shop the fall sale at Lever's Foods and save on Our Family shredded or chunk cheese, 2 for $2.98. Our Family tomatoes or sauce, 65 cents each. Our Family saltine crackers, $1.89. Large avocados, just 99 cents each. And center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Delivery is available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Colder days are coming. Make sure you're ready with Economy Oil in Oaks. They're your locally owned bulk distributor, providing high-quality gas and diesel with customer service that puts you first. Whether it's on-the-farm delivery or heating fuel for your home, Economy Oil is ready to help you stay warm and prepared. Visit them at 1234 North 14th Street or call 742-2231. Economy Oil in Oaks, your locally owned bulk distributor and your trusted partner, fueling you through all the seasons.
And welcome back here, everyone, to the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, and on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live, and for the folks listening on the Tornado KDDR. Valley City wins 30-14, and I'm joined by Highlanders head coach Chad Smith. We're going to have to share a headset here, so we got to talk into the microphone. So we got Chad Smith coming up here, and I'll take out the headset. Hopefully this works, folks. So, Coach, it was maybe undisciplined is the right word, but despite all the penalties, despite Corbin going out in the first quarter, your team still found a way to win today, 30-14.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the guys. It wasn't clean, wasn't pretty. Nothing's been clean or pretty this season anyways, but we tackled well. We finally got some momentum offensively and got the monkey off our back, right? We finally scored, and I think that helped a lot. And then guys fought adversity after adversity after adversity, and I'm really proud of the way they played.
The star of this game has to be Caleb McLaughlin. It became like, okay, it's on you now. And, I mean, he just ran through tackles, and the heart he showed. This wasn't, him just having holes to run through all day. The offensive line did a great job, but his ability to move the pile and keep things driving certainly helped the offense.
Yeah, I can't say enough about what Caleb did tonight. I told him about the middle of the third quarter. I said, hey, we're riding you all the way to the end. You don't get a chance to breathe or rest. I said, sorry, it is what it is. Corbin's out now, and you got to go. So, and I'm really proud of what he did, and I'm really just proud of what the seniors have continued to do. It was a long, hard process for them to trust what's going on with our coaching staff, and I saw a lot of growth out of us tonight.
This defense at times just hasn't been able to get the big stop that they need, but they get 4 turnovers on down, including a goal line stand that just flipped the momentum of the game. And just say, what about, tackling obviously, but it looked like that for the first time in a while, almost everybody was in the spot they were supposed to be.
Yeah, it finally was. Now, they got us early with a little bit of weak side counter where our defensive ends were getting up the field, but we talked about it at halftime about, hey, we were going to run something on the backside and getting the safeties insert. And, again, like I told you pregame, we practiced live tackling 3 times this week, and we're going to do it again next week because we got to continue to tackle lower. But I thought we did a good job finally tackling today, and that really just helped us a lot.
So with EEK beating Northern Cass, with Hillsborough Central Valley beating Lisbon, and with Hillsborough and Lisbon both playing Sargent County and Mayport, it opens up the door with the win and in possibility against Northern Cass. How are you going to approach this next week of practice? Try to keep your team focused on beating what is a very game Northern Cass team.
Yeah, we just got to go and play really well against Northern Cass. Coach Ukestead over there was a kid that I coached at VCSU back in the day. He was a wide receiver for us. I'm excited about battling him. It'll be a good matchup. And, yeah, we just got to go out and go play football and win and then see where the chips will lie. I mean, we put ourselves against the back, but at least we get to play for another week and play for either tears or joy. So it's exciting for us.
Thank you, Coach, for joining me today. That was head coach of the Highlanders, Chad Smith. Valley City wins 30-14. We'll be back here for the conclusion of our pregame show right after this break.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Craving something tasty? Stop by Corner C Store in Oaks. We've got you covered morning, noon, or night. Start your day with hot breakfast croissants, burritos, biscuits, sandwiches, even breakfast pizza. For lunch or dinner, grab Pico tacos, buffalo wings, salads, or turn any 6-inch sub into a flavorful herb garlic wrap. And don't miss our famous Piccadilly Pizza, 15 specialty options, or build your own. Fuel up and save with the Arco Rewards app. Corner C Store, your hometown stop for food, fuel, and more. Follow us on Facebook.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
And welcome back, everyone, to our post-game show here on the Voice of the Valley, KLVC. This is a game that I think Valley City, they put up 30 points, and in each of their wins this year, they put up 30 points. The offense being able to move the ball, really, I would say, through the last 5 games or so, hasn't been that much of an issue. Against Langdon, against Velva, they couldn't really get anything going. Again, they're rotating in and out quarterbacks. Once they got the feel of things, man, like they've been able to move the ball. Finishing has been the problem. Caleb McLaughlin showed you a lot today. He really did. He showed you a lot. Oaks, man, you are going to look back on this and you are going to be furious with yourself. It's a 14-12 game. Valley City commits probably the worst of all the penalties they committed. You just get into a skirmish 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. You cost yourself 15 yards. It's 2nd and 25, and then you allow Valley City to make it 3rd and 10, third and probably 12, all of a sweep play, allowing them to make it, 3rd and long, which is a lot better than 3rd and a mile. And then, honestly, a play that might not go mentioned in this one very much, that is the dart Hudson Crewell threw it in triple coverage. And he had to. He had to throw it in triple coverage. And he threw it, and he hit Derek Shape. Derek Shape, usually leading receiver for this team, was quiet a lot in this one. Valley City, the game plan obviously was going to be to establish the run, and that's what they did. But Hudson came up, and he threw a dart to Derek Shape, and, man, did he make it count. It's just, you got to give credit to the young man. You really do. Chips down. It's not the first down, but then you hit a big sweep play for – get you down close to the end zone, and then McLaughlin able to punch it in a few plays later, get you the lead, and your defense does enough. I have questions on the late game management there from Oaks. I know a lot of coaches don't like giving the ball back, but again, if you look at the situation, you kind of play the odds. It's like, what do you think your odds are better of? Picking up this 4th down and 10 and giving Valley City possibly the ball at the 20-yard line, or punting it away and your defense getting you a stop and using your 2 timeouts to get the ball with at least probably a minute and a half to go. I think Valley City, trying to end the game, didn't do things as well as they could. They probably should have won this game by 6 points less, if we're being quite honest. Just try to run the ball and get it over with, but they decide to throw it to the end zone there to, make it a nice round 30 number. But at the end of the day, this 4th quarter is just going to haunt Oaks. They put themselves in a position to win this game. They got the mistake that Valley City has committed time in and time out again to cost themselves games. And within 3 plays, it goes from – or within, I'd say, 5 plays, right? It goes from Valley City being 2nd down and 25 at midfield to being in the end zone for 6 points. That's a big turning point in the game. And you got to give credit. Highliners gave up a lot of yards. I'm sure when I look at the box score here in a couple of days that it's not going to be the prettiest of numbers for the defense in terms of total yards given up. Bottom line is they came up with 3 stops. They came up with the stops they needed. They stopped them on the goal line. They stopped them at midfield. They stopped them deep in the Oaks end. And they needed the win. They needed the win, and they played well. Penalties, you can't commit 150 yards penalties. If you do that against Northern Cass, all this is going to be for naught. So got to clean up the penalties. Got to clean all that up. But at the end of the day, you live to fight another day. So EK with the win over Northern Cass. Now makes things a bit interesting, and Lisbon fell to HCV, and I thought that was a possibility. I think a lot of people penciled Lisbon in as the winner of that one, but they're injured. HCV, very physical football team, pretty much plays the exact same style as Lisbon, and with that quarterback injury that Lisbon has, I think that HCV plays it a little bit better. So as you look at this right now, Ellendale Edgeley-Colm is all the way through right now with that win over Northern Cass. They're just playing right now for the top spot. Oaks, with the loss to Valley City, needs a win against Ellendale Edgeley-Colm and an upset by Mayport to beat Hillsborough Central Valley. Looking at the standings right now as that plays out, Oaks with a win against Ellendale would be 3-3. Would be 3-3. Hillsborough they would be 4-3, and Hillsborough with a loss in their last game would be 4-3 as well, and because the head-to-head tiebreaker, you'd have that. So Oaks still not mathematically out of it, but very much looking up at a wall. Have to beat the best team in your region, and have to have the second worst team in the region beat a very hot Hillsborough Central Valley team. For Lisbon, they're not in danger of dropping out. They have Sargent County, and you still trust their ability to beat Sargent County in this one. So you look at Lisbon, and you pretty much put them through. So The whole thing right now is you look at Lisbon, Hillsboro, and Ellendale pretty much almost all as clinched. And right now, this kind of last two spot looks like it's going to be decided between Valley City and Northern Cass. So it's going to come down to head-to-head tiebreaker. Valley City beats Northern Cass. Both teams are going to be at 4-3, and Valley City has the head-to-head tiebreaker. For as perplexing as this season has been, Valley City being shut out in all 5 of their losses, still has the ability to come up, beat Northern Cass in Hunter, and go to the playoffs. It's sometimes weird like that, but that is the truth. So almost, if you're Oaks, you're not out of it, but you got to beat Ellendale, and you got to get a upset from Hillsboro Central Valley losing to Mayport. Sargent County ends up beating Mayport in this one. So you also would like to see maybe Lisbon lose as well, but that was a 46-8 win for Sargent County over Mayport. So the Bulldogs finally pick up a win. But yeah, as of this point right now, it's all going to come down to whether or not Valley City can beat Northern Cass. If Valley City beats Northern Cass, they're in off the head-to-head tiebreaker. If they lose, Northern Cass gets to remain up in the standings. So this will be quite the finish that we have towards the end of this season. So Valley City beats the Oaks Tornadoes today, 30-14. Thank you all for listening on KOVC and KDDR and over on KOVC Live. We'll be back here tomorrow right around 1 o'clock with some VCSU football as VCSU takes on Mayville State. Thank you all for listening. We've got some more great music coming up here on KOVC and KDDR.